You still love the 49ers, don't you? Come on. Because, hey, every time I think about, after sleeping overnight, I got better. I was raging mad yesterday. I tried not to show it during the program because I figured out to do that. Oh, by the way, since I was, I was raging mad. I did show it one time and got away. Listen, I need to probably apologize to Good Looking Honky. I didn't mean to get that mad. Okay, I was already not in a good mood, and I was trying to, keep it uplifting because, everybody don't need to be mad, right? Because I was trying to make sure that you was feeling better, too. He went after the wide receivers coach, Katie Sowers. Gaines had nothing to do, and as a matter of fact, okay, fam, let me stay. Let me say this right now, just in case. Most people have been around me for a long time. No, I detest hatred, racism. I forgot to mention yesterday, bigotry, unwarranted hatred. I detest that crap. So please don't do it around me. When he made that statement, I immediately just set me on fire. What does that have to do with anything? So I got mad. So I want to apologize for losing it like that. Okay, anyway, besides, Katie Sowers, the wide receivers weren't the reason why we lost that game. God. Anyway, I'm cool. I just want you to know, please don't do that. It does rub me the wrong way. Because otherwise, I'm always in a good mood. All right. Anyway, grades for this Super Bowl. What went wrong, right? All right. Offense, I gave a C minus. You know why I gave a C minus? It's not even their fault. Well, let me get to that. Offense, I'm giving a C minus. I did not see enough production, but it's really linked to Kyle. All right. Defense, I give them, usually funny because I give them a B plus, not because of their efforts, because Nick and company were doing their best up there. As you know, the referees were allowing everything except for what George Kittle did. They're pretty much, the game was officiated kind of loosely, right, to put it that way. So, of course, what failed was a deep pass. Fam. Okay, Mosley, it wasn't, I don't know. You don't know who to blame. Is it the coaching or what? Okay, you got Watkins running a route down low and going behind you. I'm the cornerback, right? I see Watkins in front of me. I also see I got a couple of people, including the linebacker, in front of me. I don't need to go after Watkins and don't depend on the safety all the time. So Mosley takes him. He takes Watkins. Meanwhile, he's letting Tyreek Hill is zooming toward an open space which should not have been provided for. Patrick Mahomes put up what looked like a punt. Fam, you see how high that wasn't a pass? That ball was up in the air about 10 minutes before it came down, and all that space created is still there. And Hill's got plenty of time to sit around. They ain't gonna watch him. They'll go ahead and catch it. Boink. Oh, man. Coach, don't you know, teach the guy the deep route is priority one. You could see what's coming underneath. You don't need to be concerned with that. You got three guys at home. Anyway, I thought that could have been avoided. I know what you're thinking, though. Would Spoon have made the right choice? Don't know. I do know somebody needed a whooping behind that play, and that is pretty much what determined the play. Now, granted, there were a lot of things done wrong before that play even took place, but at the same time, you don't want to allow that. The defense was doing such a great job before that play. I'm talking about making Patrick Mahomes and his high-flying army look average until that last few minutes in the fourth quarter. Dang it! They had it! You know it's 96%. And when it was 21-10? We were, at that point, it was 96% that the 49ers would win that game. But you can't be doing something weird in the last few seconds. Come on. Take the deep route, E-Man. Oh, he can. You know what? The way that the ball was locked up in the air, he could have made a play on that catch. He might have picked it off. I mean, that ball was moonshining, man. And all Moses had to do was look up, see where Hill is, look up, make a play possibly. Now, Special teams, they did a good job. They kept pretty much. The Chiefs didn't get too much going on as far as. Richie James did freak me out at the beginning of the game. Nothing came of it though, so it's okay. Richie didn't do much else the rest of the day though. He did the best he could. Our kicking game was on target. Robbie Gould missed nothing. Mitch put him back there in position all game long. That was the only A on the only A I see on the game. Coaching, Kyle, you get a C. Yeah, Kyle, I don't. Were you coaching to win that game, or were you coaching to prevent yourself from losing that game? Halftime. Who's this? That's John Lynch up in the booth. Kyle, you got a little less than 2 minutes. Do something. Give your guys a chance to do something. The narrative is flying around in high speed now that Kyle Shanahan doesn't trust Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay, I can deal with that thought because in my mind I'm thinking Jimmy Garoppolo's had 1 year under Kyle, 1 year pretty much as a pro quarterback for that matter. I mean, being out there, I ain't mad at him. I think he can grow and expand from here. What I am concerned with is the fact that people are saying, all right, so get rid of Garoppolo, we bring in Tom Brady. Really? Tom Brady's what? What? So we become the Rams? We got a 2-year window at the max? No, I don't want it. I'm pretty sure somebody does. I don't. So if you asked me that today, no. God, no. Jimmy Garoppolo needs another. You know what? I said this last year. If Jimmy Garoppolo would have went through last year what he went through this year, I think we'd have a better quarterback like I pretty much anticipate having next year. So I ain't anti-Jimmy. Yeah, he did. He had some things where he needed to make some better decisions. There were times when George Kittle was wide open, he made the wrong decision. He did also fold under pressure. First year in that situation, got in the Super Bowl. Jimmy, he looks like he's large and in charge all the time, but he was freaking out. He was. He didn't relax until, God, I don't know when he relaxed. Also, here's another thing. Fam, and maybe it's like these days you don't, every time them dudes threw their hands up in the air and batted the ball down, what I wish our offensive line would teach, coach, next time a dude throws his arms up in the air, you have him laying on the ground wheezing, trying to breathe for the next 20 minutes. I mean, you knock him the hell out. Hit his midsection, act like he was blocking, but you hit him with an authority that makes him think about every time he raises his hands. Where's that dude? Now Jimmy can get the ball. Jimmy needs to find better lanes to shoot through, true. But don't let them offensive line. What's that dude, Chris? Every time he looked up, he's batting the ball down. George Kittle was wide open. Oh, man. So, that game was unnecessary to lose. Everybody's about how great the Chiefs were. Yeah, they did okay. But the 49ers still should have won that game. They didn't make it. We were averaging 6 yards. We was averaging 67 yards carry. Debo Samuel didn't even see the ball in the second half. This is why I say a lot of this had nothing to do with the players. It was you, Kyle. What are you doing? Debo should have had his hands on the ball all over the second half. How many times? Mostert ran how many times? Kyle, that was you. And I love you, man. I've always supported you. What the hell were you doing? Kyle was afraid of Coach. Fam, here's the thing. Age wins in the coaching category. Kyle's got to get some more learning. He learned some things. I thought he learned his lesson in the Atlanta game. He wasn't the head coach then. By the way, too much blame has been put on Kyle about that Atlanta game. That he was not the head coach. Okay, but he is the head coach now. So I was hoping he just learned a few things from that. Kyle, you went, and this is another thing. Kyle did things all season long. He ran the ball and ran the ball and ran the ball because he said to everybody, hey, it was working. Kyle, it was working yesterday. It was working. They couldn't stop that. They couldn't do anything with Debo. You didn't let Mostert run the ball very much. TC got a couple of touches. You start passing the ball too much. How do you set up your passing game? You know, I don't know what happened to him. I'm still shocked. Anyway, that's my grading. Unnecessary to lose that game. Hey, Stephen Fisher, thanks, fam. Cut Quan and go with Greenlaw to save money. We do have some issues with players next year. And as a matter of fact, I don't know. You know, you're going to have to pay a lot of money now if you're going to keep Eric Armstead. I don't know. I'm not for cutting Quan, though. I like to keep the hot boys together. But because, you know, he made some mistakes yesterday, too. I think it had more to do with him not playing for a long time. He looked a little off. Wasn't quite as sharp as he should have been. He didn't look really sharp since he came back. I don't know. We're asking for too much, not enough? I don't know. Anyway. Hey, we go to the phone and say, hey, yo, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hi, Phil.
Well, I'm a little better than yesterday, too. I was so mad I didn't call in, so I just didn't want to air my frustration on your show. But, you know, there was a few things I was disappointed. Yes, Kyle. But you know what? Kyle's going to grow. This is his third year as a coach. Andy Reid's got 20-plus years. What? So, okay.
Yeah, right?
And
right? God.
Come on. And you know, Jimmy's going to get better. You know, like you said, it's his first full year. But the other thing is we've got Jimmy under contract.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen when Mahomes loads the Brinks truck up to Kansas City's facility and says, load up the money?
$40 million.
He's going to get paid
minimum.
$40 million. Exactly. And he's only getting paid $5 million right now, and Kansas City only has $20 million in cap space. What do you think's going to happen? Half the team's going to have to get cut.
He's getting $5 million? That's it?
That's it.
That's a $35 million jump.
Exactly. That means 4 of their top players are gone next year. So, you know, this talk about dynasty for Kansas City, no way. No way. When you strap yourself up with the quarterback, things, you know, the team starts hurting. And, you know, we've got Jimmy under contract. He's going to grow. He's going to get better. He's going to learn from this. We need a few pieces. We're going to have to sign Armstead, but we're not in that bad a shape cap-wise because, you know, McKinnon will probably be gone, and that's going to save us some room, and Marquise, and I don't know if we sign Emmanuel Sanders. You know, we may just
we may not have
Taylor.
We can't. Phil, that's what scares me. We're going to be talking about that a lot all season. Who can we keep? I don't want to see us go through that thing what teams do after they lose the Super Bowl and they come back, and it has more to do with loss of personnel than it does anything else. Because, I mean, you got George Kittle running around talking about the revenge tour 2020. You know, these guys are ready to roll, but they got to have the pieces.
They're going to sign Armstead. Don't worry about it. And they're gonna probably sign. Well, Matty B, they can pick up on a $2 million charge because he's an undrafted rookie. So they've got some ploys there. They're going to pick up the option on Juice, so he's going to be back, I'm sure. And everybody else is under contract. So, you know, the year after that, we've got Buckner and Kittle that we have to worry about, but you know, we don't have a quarterback that we have to worry about, and so I think we're in really good shape. You know, we need some pieces. You know, I'm thinking draft-wise, go for a corner maybe. I don't know, offensive lineman.
You know, there's a good one, Phil. That's another debate we're gonna have to have because Jimmy G needs more protection. He does frazzle a little bit under pressure, and the Chiefs were killing him up the middle. When he's not under pressure, he's straight money. But, you know, like you said, we may grow out of that.
You know, I think the linebackers could have played better, especially against the run on fourth downs. It looked like Kansas City had their way with us on 4th and 2 on about 3 or 4 different times. And I think, we could have played better. I think Fred and company could have played better in the linebacker core.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay, go ahead. Because we have a
even
few
Bill
seconds.
Belichick's lost Super Bowls, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
He's lost 5 of them.
Yeah. Really? I was wondering how many times the Patriots have lost. Is it 5?
5. They're 6 and 5 in
so we got
Super Bowls.
Phil, offhand, do you know how many times have the Steelers lost?
Oh, I know they lost a couple. They lost to.
Anyway, we'll get back to that later because I'm still worried about. Can we win the next Super Bowl and still be the greatest Super Bowl team of all time with 6 and 2? But Phil, we got to go though. We'll talk. We're going to be talking a lot in the days ahead.
Yeah, I just think that Kyle could have called a better game, but I think he's going to learn. And let's not give up the ship. We're going to be back. We're going to be back with a vengeance next year, and I think those other teams, they've got problems with cap space too. So,
all right, Phil. I agree. Phil, we got to go.
All right, Ronbo.
We got to go. And I'll see you in a couple of... I'll be back today after tomorrow, I think. All right.
All right, talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
And let's go. Hey, Dion.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Dion, man, just looking back on that game and reflecting. And, it's just last time we're getting things off our chest. So I said, let's go ahead and do it again today and make sure everybody gets this. And what are you thinking?
Ronbo, I'm so pissed off. And there's several things that happened that would have won us the game had we just had these small, simple things. And I'm going to tell you exactly what they are. Number one, at the end of the first half, why the hell are we just lollygagging, acting like we don't have more than enough time to get down the score, kick a field goal and or a touchdown?
Mm-hmm.
Why is Kyle playing around with that? What are you doing? Call a damn timeout. Put in the game plan. Jimmy, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. Execute the plays. Get out there and go.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that kills me about Kyle is he doesn't keep his foot on the gas. You gotta, when you have a high-powered offense like Kansas City, you need to put your foot on their throat and keep going until you crack their windpipe and they cannot breathe.
Mm-hmm.
You don't give them a moment. You don't let up just a little bit because you want to be nice. You keep pushing. You can't give Pat Mahomes no time at all because he'll make a play.
The offense lost the game, exactly. The offense was on
and the next thing,
third gear.
Yeah, the next thing, why didn't we run the ball? They weren't stopping it. We should have ran that ball like nobody's business because they weren't stopping the run. We outran them. We outrushed them. We had 144 yards. They had 129. And most of the yards came from Damian Williams. The only way that Pat Mahomes even got out was exactly. And then the next thing that happened was Tarvarius Moore. He had the interception. We did nothing with it, and we ran off 47 seconds. So defense got to get out there, gassed again, tired as hell, because of what? We didn't give them enough rest, and we didn't at least try, push the ball down the field, run, nothing. We got nothing off of that. And then the next thing you know, Tarvarius Moore again with his blatant pass interference of Travis Kelce, and then he's going to turn around and act like he didn't know what he did. Are you serious right now?
Youngsters.
Jump directly in front of the receiver, looking at the receiver. Come on, bro. And then that bullshit PI on Kittle. So you mean tell me Kyle Rudolph can do that? Kyle Rudolph can do that and George Kittle can't? Really? That's what we're doing? They missed the offsides call, so the refs, that was crap. You know what I'm saying? There were just so many different things that happened in this game. And I can tell you right now, because we've lost, I feel like we're going to lose a lot of good players. I feel like they're not going to be smart enough to re-sign the right people. We can franchise tag Eric Armstead, but still we have E-Man coming up. We got KB coming up. Matt Breeder's a free agent. All these other things are coming into play. And I feel like at the end of the day, they're going to be stupid and let Matt Breeder go and then bring back injury-prone ass Jerick McKinnon. And what is that going to do for us? Not a goddamn thing, because you're going to wind up sitting on the sideline again. It's a waste of money. We might need to worry about if we're gonna have to bring in Brunskill and put him in Staley's place. Joe might retire, man. He's
Yeah, I've
tired,
thoughts about that.
and he's
He
done
might.
more than enough for us. More than enough for us. We owe Joe everything. If we ever get a ring, the two people that should get one, Joe and Frank, because they've done so much for the organization, man. I'm pissed.
D, you're so right. D, we got to get together later once you get a whole lot of time, man. But we got to go now. I think I'll come. I may be back tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not.
Hey,
I want
man,
to. We go through the pain. We got to go through some ups too. All right.
Yeah,
All right, fam.
yeah, we're gonna have to look at some things. All right, Ronbo, man. Appreciate the platform. Love what you do.
Thanks,
You know what
D.
I'm saying? We still faithful no matter what, though, man.
Oh, we gotta
At the end
be.
of the day, faithful, and we're gonna stay faithful. And ain't nobody getting rid of Jimmy G. All people talking like that, y'all need to stay off of here because we don't do that. We don't do
True.
that.
All right, fam. I'll see you later.
All right, brother.
Oh man. Yeah, the Jimmy G club's got to quit, boy. Ain't nobody bringing Tom Brady in for G. Hey, Charles.
What's going on, Ronbo? I know we're all
Charles,
depressed.
it's the aftermath of the misery. You know what I mean? We're still trying to rake over the coals to find out where is it. I guess we're trying to get closure on this. We're never going to get it until next year, though. But we could try for now.
No.
But what are you thinking?
That game was brutal. Ronbo, I don't know where I'm going to start, but I'll try to start here. So we're going into the fourth quarter with a comfortable lead. I'm talking shit, I'm Kansas City fans just everywhere. And I'm not mad at Kyle for giving the ball to Jimmy fans. He at that point, he was hot. He was on fire. He was doing his thing. He was. Hello?
I'm listening.
Okay, he was on fire. He was doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still emotional about this. Anyway, after the first possession where I said it didn't work, I'm like, okay, just run the ball, Kyle, run the ball. And he kept on going to Jimmy, and this is you paid Jimmy Garoppolo the big bucks to make those plays. Unfortunately, when he threw that deep ball to Emmanuel Sanders, I was thinking, did Emmanuel Sanders lose that ball in the light? And when I saw him on the sideline, I saw him tap his chest as if it was my bad, and then point to the light. So I'm thinking, did he lose?
Yeah, are you talking about that fourth quarter shot that would have won the game? No, Jimmy
the one where
Jimmy sailed that ball 5 yards deep. It was too far.
No,
Charles, you want to hear something?
Work.
I'm glad you brought that up. I just want to say really quickly. Do you know, from what I found out, that they had practiced that exact play over and over, and they say Jimmy got that play right 7 of 9 times.
Ronbo, it's a lot different.
In the game, I know.
That ball in the backyard and Super Bowl, like that's where that's as much as pressure can get. And then Ronbo it's 3rd and 15 at the fourth quarter. We're confident, and then Emmanuel Mosley bites on a 10-yard dig route. He gives up a 40-yard. It was a punt, a 40-yard punt where he fair catched everything to Tyreek Hill.
Priority 1 is that end zone. You don't worry about where the safety is.
Mosley, that's if you saw, that was Warner's guy. Warner had Kelsey on the dig route, and Mosley was supposed to back off and get the deep route. And I'm not even major in math, Ronbo, but I'm pretty sure 10 is not enough to get 15 yard first down, and Mosley lets him get a 40 yard pass, and that's where momentum just shifted. Everyone knew it was this game this was just about to be a big game all of a sudden, and then they scored a touchdown. And Ronbo, at this point we're all nervous, and the nerves are building up. And we what's going on at this point? We get the ball back because they scored the touchdown. And like I said, that Kyle's not running the ball; he's just throwing it. And I don't know if you remember, but on the first down we ran the ball, and Raheem Mostert actually gained 6 yards.
That was the average of the day. That was the average of the day. That's why there's no reason for Pyle to be putting the ball up at the wrong times.
And,
Charles, we got to
and
stop
Ronbo,
here, though.
I don't know if you remember Ronbo, but we were always down on Kyle for going away from the run game when it's working, and when it was working, you went away from it once again.
Charles, I feel you. We're going to go. We're going to take up too much time. We're going to have too many people. But listen, Charles, I think I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll get into it some more, okay? All right.
Okay, I'll talk about what I got to say, the rest of what I got to say tomorrow, Ronbo.
All right.
Appreciate the platform as always, and have a good night.
Thanks, Charles. You too. Yeah, you want to hear something really wild. Do you know that Tyrann Mathieu was glad the 49ers stopped running? He even put out they asked him about it. He was glad the 49ers stopped running. I said, oh, my God. Even the Chiefs are delighted that we're throwing the ball. 49er Brian Duncan.
Hey, what is up, Ronbo?
Brian, we're just sitting back here wondering why. We should not have lost that Super Bowl. We did everything right until the last few minutes. My God.
Well, I told you a couple weeks ago there was only one way we're going to lose, and
we beat our stupid selves.
Yep. And I put most of it on Kyle.
I do too.
I don't know why Kyle went away from the run.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't have went away from the run, man. It looked like we were starting to turn it on, And for whatever reason, he went away from. Debo was flying everywhere. My God,
Hey, Brian, something really funny though? Had that ball not got blocked, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Kittle was standing there.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he was he looked lonely standing out there. I don't know what the Chiefs were doing either, but they got blessed. That ball got batted down. George would have ran for God knows how long. Oh, it's just...
Yeah, Jimmy had a couple balls knocked down. I don't know if he was throwing it high enough but they were leaping on him, that's for sure. I have to give props to the Chiefs. The Chiefs defense showed up. I mean, they were knocking us around a little bit. And then, God, I also got to say that, man, they just kept us in check most of the game. I mean, they were tough,
Yeah. Their defense looked a little better.
I mean,
Brian, did we make their defense look better than it was, or were they really that good? Brian, let me give you an example. Let me give you a quick example of what I mean. Jimmy has got, I don't know what, he was a deer in the headlight yesterday. He's got to stop staring. As soon as the ball snapped, he's looking at where he wants to go with the ball, and the Chiefs were talking about it. That's why he threw his hands up. He knew where Jimmy was going. Jimmy! Oh!
Right.
That's Kyle's fault, too. Who's the quarterback coach? Come on. God.
Well, do you ever think about what would help Jimmy a little more if we had an offensive coordinator, just to have another brain in there? I mean,
at least to work with him all times.
I don't know.
Right, I agree.
Yeah. I don't know if that would be beneficial or not for Jimmy, but maybe. I know Kyle probably wouldn't like it, but I don't know why they couldn't try and go that route this next coming year and just see how it works.
He might think about this year.
Yeah.
Somebody else is going to say something about that, probably within the organization. Yeah. If you can't spend enough time with Jimmy, maybe we can get somebody to work with him.
Lynch is going to say that. Lynch is going to say, "Hey, why not get a coordinator?" He's going to do that.
Well, he doesn't have to be the game. I mean, I don't mind Kyle's game. This was his worst game of the year. Unfortunately, it was a Super Bowl. He's had some brilliant calls in some games. This wasn't one of them.
He has, yeah.
Oh,
but I just think if Jimmy had another guy with him there on the sideline, or up in the booth, whatever, I think it would be beneficial.
Yeah, it's LaFleur, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know. I just think you need somebody down there on the field with him, right next with Kyle. I think that would help.
Well, but I see guys sitting over there with him with the pad, and they're going over things. I
don't know.
It's strange.
Yeah, I just think we need to go out and get a really offensive-minded coordinator. Like, I hate to say it, but maybe his dad. I mean, just to say, hey, come on, let's try something else here. Or,
if his dad is willing to be out there all the time.
Yeah.
They had 2 weeks to plan that game. This is one of the reasons why I don't understand why Kyle was so conservative. Kyle, you guys are working on a game plan for 2 weeks. Go for it. Come on. The Chiefs aren't that good.
Yeah.
They're okay, but they're not great. Anyway.
Yeah, boy. But I know everybody doesn't want that to happen, but I just don't. I just think it would be better to have more people helping out Jimmy and Kyle.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
So,
But
can you
anyway,
imagine?
like I said, we should have won the game hands down, but we beat ourselves. I mean, I'm actually staying positive because who in the NFC is going to beat us next year?
There's
Maybe
really still nobody out there to beat us unless we lose everybody. So, Brian, we got to go. Let's see you tomorrow, okay?
Thank you, Ronbo.
All
right. You have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
So many questions with damn. There was no need to lose that game. And like Brian says, they beat us because we opened the door for it to get beat. It's like you make mistakes, you don't make the plays, you're going to lose. Doesn't mean we didn't have the capability. We just didn't do it. Be ham. To hell with the refs. I know, but I really think we got to stay out of the refs' way. There were some things we could have done. The refs couldn't even stop us. But Kyle. Andy. Andy. Big Joe. Where you going with that gun in your hand? I'm going to shoot Jimmy. What's
going on, Ronbo?
Hey, Joe.
How you doing, Ronbo?
Oh, I'm doing okay. After sleeping, I slept it off, and I had my raging moments. And today I woke up a little better. I read some things that the 49ers are saying, and I feel good about a few things. I just don't want us to lose too many players going into next year. But what are your assessment of yesterday's game? Offense, defense, coaching, special teams, all that stuff.
Well, first of all, let me get this out of the way like I normally do. Shout out to you, Ronbo. Shout out to the Empire. Shout out to all the 49ers fans. Even in the chat, guys, we're a little upset. We're giving up on Jimmy G a little bit too early. This was his year to get his feet wet. Now next year we're gonna be expecting him to come back.
Yeah.
So we can't get off that train right yet because he fits us and he's a team player. He's gonna get better. We gotta believe in that. Now next year, now we got the microscope on him. But as far as the game went yesterday, I don't know what he got, happy feet or he got big eyes. I couldn't tell.
Pressure.
But I got to give him a D.
The pressure got to him. It actually got to him.
I got to give him a D.
Yeah.
But I can't blame him for the D because I'm giving Kyle Shanahan an F.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan was calling the plays. He went away from what we were. We were a physical run team. We had them, after the interception, it was time to put our foot on their throat. We didn't do it. We try to get pretty. We run the ball. We play our style of football. Debo don't touch the ball the second half.
Oh, whoa.
Come on, man.
Right? That bothers me more than anything else. Smoking hot. He's like MVP candidate. And Kyle forgets he has him on the team.
The defense did their job, so I give them a B.
Yeah,
but you got to understand, guys. They took the ball away twice, and we only scored once. And them field goals, we had to get touchdowns. But we had them for 3 quarters. We just decided Kyle Shanahan must have had a flashback in Atlanta, and we're just like, oh, just throw the ball.
Yeah.
But we gotta stay true to who we are. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Ronbo, for an amazing football season. Talking with you every week. Everybody in the chat, all the 49ers, we are here now. Relax. We are going to come back with a vengeance next year. They will get the pieces we need. Everybody thinks they know what they need. We're going to get the pieces we all know we need. Stay faithful, y'all. Ronbo, you too. Keep your head up.
Yeah. I'm good.
The hate makes you great. Embrace it.
Yeah.
Listen to them, because next year we will be talking.
Yeah, I tell you. All right, fam. Good stuff.
All right,
talk to you later.
Same, man. Take it easy.
You too.
All right.
And let's see. Michael Prindle believes we need a new quarterback coach. We look nothing like what we did when Jimmy first got here. It hurt. Michael! Good call. Rich Scangarello. Hey, didn't Rich get fired? Hey, bring Scangarello back here. I think the Broncos dropped him. Anyway, when Rich worked with Jimmy and Nick left it dim. It was Rich. Rich has still got a job, I think. Right. Thanks for that contribution, family. Yeah, that's right. Who's our quarterback coach? Shane Day. I forgot we do have a quarterback coach. Everybody forgot. Shane Day has not done a damn thing. Look for him to be one of the names that leave. Remember last year we lost cornerbacks coach Jeff Hafley, and with good reason. And now we're back in that situation again because Joe has gotten a job over in Cleveland. Well, that's really scary. You can't win games because then other teams start cherry picking your staff. And Jimmy Bull, perfect. Hey, can you shout out to foreigners that did play well? Jimmy Ward, Nick Bosa played his heart out. So I felt so sorry for him. You see, Nick, DeForest Buckner had to console him. He had his head down between his knees, crying his big, strong heart out. And Buckner was just looking around, patting him on the back. He didn't know what to do. We had a weird feeling. I said, oh, God, Nick really wanted this. DeForest Buckner, great game. God dang it. Hey, Dre.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Dre, we're passing out grades today, and as much as I tried to be optimistic, I looked at this very hard, looked at everything I could look at, and the spotlight goes on Kyle. Well, offense, defense, give out all your grades. Go ahead.
So, after the game, we turned on some music, turned off the sound, and rewatched the game.
Yep.
It was bad, Ronbo. You could tell who the NFL wanted to win that game. There was a play. There was a play in the first half where Jimmy Garoppolo took a head-to-head contact.
I'll never forget that one. Yeah.
At the end of the half, George Kittle, we knew what happened. When you have a defender with his arm extended, you have the right to fight for position so you can catch the ball. It's in the NFL rule book. Go look it up. That was a bullshit call because we would have got 7-3 out of that play, which it changed the game. And I looked at my partner and I told him, that's the monkey wrench right there. I don't know about this game. The refs are not going to call it even. And in the middle of the third quarter and in the fourth quarter, when there was 3 times where DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead, and Earl Mitchell were when you have an offensive lineman and his hands are inside of your shoulder pads and he falls to the ground and you come with him, you know what's happening, Ronbo?
Yeah,
you're getting held.
Yeah.
You're getting held. Okay? Then another personal foul. Jimmy Garoppolo running to the sideline. His foot touches out of bounds. He gets
blasted
smacked.
Him.
And how I know the refs knew they didn't make a call, because if I was a ref, I'm throwing a personal foul on the coach because Kyle Shanahan was cussing the hell out of that ref. He was cussing the shit out of him.
He was all up in his face. I saw it.
Yeah, so that's how I knew. Yeah, they're not going to call this game even. So that's another penalty. Okay, then it was bad, Ronbo. On the 3rd and 15 play, where Mahomes basically, it should have been a pick. But at the end of the day, if you relook at that play, there was a reporter from ESPN. He was the only one to bring up the hold. He showed it clearly. Nick Bosa was held on that play that should have been called back. There were so many times where either they extended their drives with a penalty, or we didn't get the calls that we should have gotten. Not for 1 second am I going to question Kyle Shanahan. Not for 1 second am I going to question Jimmy Garoppolo, because that's our guys and that's who I'm rocking with. So all of you fair weather fans in there that's talking shit inside the chat room, you might as well just get the fuck out of here. We don't do that. Chris Jones is 6'8". It's not easy to throw the ball over somebody's head who's 6'8" every time. Of course, he's going to get his hand on the ball here and there. So, I'm not going to question our guys. What I will say is we got 21 million in cap space right now. We've already restructured Western Richburg. Joe Staley's probably going to get restructured. And
they're
we're
closing
gonna
in on
save
George Kittle's deal. I don't know with what, but yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna save $9 million on Jet McKinnon. We're gonna save another $9 million from Solomon Thomas.
You think McKinnon's gone? And you think McKinnon and Thomas are done?
Solomon Thomas' ass is gone. He's gone. You get his ass up out of here. Re-sign Ronald Blair. We're gonna save $5 million from Marquise Gibbons.
Ronald Blair.
Okay, so we're gonna re-sign Daniel Brunskill. We're gonna re-sign Ben Garland. He came in to do his damn job. He did a great job. We're gonna re-sign Ronald Blair. Sheldon Day is gone. I already said Solomon is gone. Emmanuel Mosley's gone. We're going to draft a corner. Emmanuel Mosley is gone.
Yeah.
Then
you think Mosley's gone too? We got to get a corner. Dre, we got to continue this later. We're going to run out of time.
Yeah.
But okay, good stuff.
Buckner, all the guys we need to. Kyle already said it. They interviewed him. They said, what's the team going to look like? He said most of everybody's going to be that.
I heard that.
If he's a key player, you're going to be that. And don't forget, Julian Taylor is a run stopper. He's a 315-pound guy. DJ Jones, he was gone. Weston Richburg was gone. We had some pieces that was missing that could have helped us win this game. Like I said, man, they wanted Andy Reid to win this game. Patrick Mahomes is their new token golden boy. Man, shout out to the TNT fam, man. I love all y'all, bro. If you're a fair weather fan, man, you know what I'm saying? Your mama should be ashamed and your daddy should have pulled out. I'm gone.
I haven't heard that in a long time. Night, Dre. All right. Let me. Where we at here? And GB Vools is same ref crew that missed the PI in the Saints-Rams game. And that's why I said Vinovich. I really think the NFL appointed him and his crew knowing that it would benefit the Chiefs more than the 49ers. I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but I do believe Goodell has money on his mind. That was the 10th most watched Super Bowl in Super Bowl history. Why not make sure that the referees don't get any more involved than necessary? But there was a lot of necessary out there. Those holding... The only reason why Mahomes was left alone all damn day, for the most part, 49ers were good enough to get to him a few times, but for the most part, he didn't get as many pressures as he could have. And where was D. Ford? Okay, never mind. D. Ford better be in the hospital right now getting an examination and prepped to get that leg and knee fixed or whatever's wrong. 49 Lakers says, could be worse. At least we ain't Chiefs fans or 49ers or nothing. And by the way, who's really trash? Hey, fam, when you get a chance, go let Frank Clark was still talking trash after the game. I have never been, he bothers me. Oh, God. Salvador.
Hello?
Hey, Sal.
Yeah.
Oh, Sal. Your grades, offense, defense, special teams, coaching, all that stuff that you feel had an impact on this game. What are you thinking? You can throw the refs in too. Dre has thrown them into the mix, but I like to think the refs. They're always gonna be there, Sal. I always worry. I don't want to have to worry about the refs. We gotta somehow beat around those clowns. It's tough though. But go ahead.
Yeah, Ronbo. We let them, take the game from us, Ronbo. We play the worst game. My brother told me this. He told me this. He said we play the worst game of the year, and it just happened to be at the critical time. And we let them take the game away from us. It happened in the first quarter. Not in the first quarter, in the first half. Remember when we didn't call timeouts? And we moved the ball. Dude, Ronbo, we moved the ball like butter through knives on the Chiefs in 2 plays. Wilson, Texas route. He broke it up the middle, and then we hit Kittle on there. But then they got the PI on us, so that took 3 points off the board. And that's a difference in the game, Rumble. The refs, they dictated that game. Dre's absolutely right. They want him. They wanted. I guess it's a better storyline for them. maybe they're setting up for next year. A comeback for the Niners. But I mean, I hope we're contenders next year. I know we're contenders because we set up this team pre-CBA. That's what Dre's not taking into effect. I think the CBA is supposed to get done before the next football season, and that pay scale better go up.
Well, it
That's
rolls
why
over
I
every
believe we
year.
didn't resign.
Will it be enough this year?
Obviously, but then
Yeah.
when on the new CBA, there has to be new money involved, and that's why I think they're not resigning any of the new guys, any of our guys. That's why I hope. I'm probably wrong. That's just my my post Super Bowl conspiracy.
As long as
I
they
hope
tell all the guys, let them know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is a business move. There's something major happening. We're not going to tie you down and fuck you over on some, millions of dollars. Hopefully
Exactly.
they have something like that set up, some promises in the back. But all the guys look hurt. I look hurt. This is my second Super Bowl loss, Ronbo. I took it better than my first one, but it just stings. It hurts.
I
still haven't.
So I really feel sorry. Anybody that didn't catch the '94 Super Bowl and you've been waiting, like Big Show was telling me last year, which gave me more sympathy for your age group. You guys are really getting. This is not the 49ers. We never lost until that one that you saw, and we lost 2 in a row. This is so red and gold like. So it's really awful. I just hope things change here shortly.
It is because we got the right people up there, but we won the Super Bowls and it was real football out there, so I'm happy to have it. Today's media, it's all about money. It's all this fucking TV bullshit going on. Vegas is getting involved. There's too much things going against the Niners, but we are a strong team. We're gonna get better because imagine when Hurd and Taylor are on the field. Imagine Hurd running those Debo end arounds, Ronbo. He's gonna get there and he's gonna blow somebody up.
Sal, I'm glad you brought Hurd's name up. You know why? Because people are saying what the 49ers need is a wide receiver predator, about 6'3", 6'4", 215, 20 pounds. And the first I says, hey, wait a minute. We got that. We just don't know if he can fill that order. I can't wait to see Hurd. I hope he's that guy because there's guys in the draft.
We put that guy up. There's plenty of guys, but we put that guy on nice and he's learning the fundamentals.
Yeah, he's got to step ahead. True.
He's going to come out of bat out of hell. All the guys are on. We weren't a healthy defense out there. We got blown up in the middle, Ronbo. Looking at the highlights, our defense played not terrible, but the calls, the holding calls, they were there the whole game. Bosa, Armstead, they were all on the fucking floor the whole fucking game. In the critical points, you look at the Mahomes big plays, all those guys are on the floor. I got so mad watching the highlights, Ronbo. I'm never going to do it again because it's going to give me a fucking aneurysm.
I haven't looked at here. I looked at a couple of things last night. I turned it off. You'll get. Hey, Sal, let's warn everybody. Don't look at too much coverage of that Super Bowl. Oh, it's depressing. Ooh,
no,
it's angering.
Just forget about it. We played. We played the worst game of the season. 20 games in, and we lost to the best young quarterback. So be it. Fucking refs took the game from us. We're going to get ready for next year, Ronbo. We have to. That's the mentality. Shanahan needs to get better.
He will.
Fix your system, and, we're Gucci.
So we got to go.
We're Gucci, Ronbo.
Good stuff, man. I agree. All right, let me see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ronbo.
Good night, fam.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
And good stuff. I don't think we're all most of us are all on the same page as far as keeping our heads straight. Don't lose it between next season. A lot of people are getting so pissed. I don't know what they're thinking, but hold on. Hawaii Niner, thanks, fam. Appreciate that. Really do. Oh God. Anyway, let me. Emilio. Emilio. All right.
Yeah.
Emilio, you got it. Hey, Emilio, it's not too noisy. All right, good.
Yeah, I'm on my break.
Oh, awesome, perfect. Make sure, call us from now on the break because that noise sometimes is really it drowns you out.
It depends what time it is.
Right.
I agree with some of you guys, and I disagree with some of you guys. I still blame Shanahan. If you call me a fair word of saying, you can kiss my ass. I believe what I believe. I believe what I believe. I've been a Niner. I'm not going to be in a Niner. But I blame Shanahan for this last fucking
6 minutes of the game. He blew the game. I don't give a shit. He blew the game. You don't like it?
Break
Too
it down
bad.
to me,
Kiss
though.
my
Now, what are
ass.
some of the things that he did that made you mad?
Well, come on, dude. Really, like I said, we're a running team. Are you serious? We ran the hell through the Vikings. We ran through the fucking Packers. And all of a sudden, you want to get away from the run. The run was working the whole damn time. I understand Jimmy was 10 for 10 for 1 minute, did his thing. Yeah, that's cool. But, dude, what wins games? You got to keep the ball away from the Chiefs. Keep the ball away from them. You give them the ball. Look what happened. They scored after scored. They scored so, dude. They only have 5 minutes. That's like a game of Madden. Who the hell wins the game in 5 minutes?
I heard you say you want to keep the ball away from the Chiefs. That's what he was trying to do too much of.
But he was trying to do it. But then you're throwing the ball when you don't need to. Why do you be throwing the ball?
Well, he thought that was the right option because they were playing the run, and he was trying to take advantage of it.
Yeah, that was the right. That's what he thought when he was with the Falcons. You want to throw the ball? Why are you throwing it there? That's the same scenario, Ronbo. I don't care which way you go. That's the same scenario. Instead of going for a couple yards, get 5 yards. What do? You kick the field goal. Patriots don't have a chance to win here. Same thing with us. We get a first down. You're not going to give them back the ball. Dude, that is horrible coaching by Shanahan. He does this shit again, you got to get rid of him. He does this again, if we go to the Super Bowl again, he does some shit this again, you have to fire his ass. I give him 1 more year. He does some shit like this, dude, you're done. You can't do that. You're not your dad, dude. You are not your dad. Your dad would have ran the ball. When he had Terrell Davis, what did he do? He ran the hell out of that ball in the Super Bowl. What do you need to do? Run the ball. Don't you learn? You were in football the whole fucking time. You've been in football your whole time. Your dad is an offensive coordinator. Come on, dude, get the shit going. Get the shit right. Dude, I'm not going to forgive him until we go back. If we go back and he wins us the game. You blame Jimmy, you're wrong. Jimmy didn't do nothing wrong. Jimmy was doing what he was told. This is all Shanahan's doing. I'm still mad. I don't.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying there's a lot of blame to be passed around. It was more than any just one thing. I do put everybody in the mix, is what I'm saying. And there's equal distribution between some of the things that went on with the referees. They put us in bad positions on 2 or 3 different times.
But I agree with you.
And the thing is, sometimes that prompts a play that maybe Shanahan wouldn't have done had he not been in that situation.
Exactly. You don't. No, I'm right. I'm not disagreeing. That's partial too. You don't want to put the game in the refs' hands, but you did it. You put the game in the refs' hands. You shouldn't have done that. That's your fault. Like I said, when you put your foot on the throat, you keep your foot on the gas and step on their throat. I agree. Like I said, I agree with some of you guys. But dude, come on. You gave the ball back to the Chiefs. Not even within 2 minutes of the fucking game near the end. They score. You give the ball. You didn't get a first down. No points. No nothing. And you give the ball back. Come on.
Yeah. No, I do agree. I wanted him to be a little more aggressive in that first half when Lynch was up in the booth, said call timeout. I think Kyle could have used that minute and 30, 40 seconds. I think they could have got something done. If nothing else, try a couple of runs and see if you can get downfield, because our guys can break for the end zone at any time if there's a wrong hole. Get yourself in field position so you can kick that field goal. The ref took that spoon right out of our mouth, though, when he jumped up and called that call on George Kittle, which I still don't understand.
I don't agree with. That's a BS, straight BS call. But that's okay. Let's say we do get it. But that's not the point. The whole thing is the last 6 minutes. That's where I have a problem with the whole game. Yes, we gave up some plays. Jimmy had mistakes, all back and forth. But you killed it the last 6. Are you kidding me? The last 6 minutes. That's what kills me. That's why I blame Shanahan.
I agree. Maybe
I'm not going to stop blaming Shanahan 2 weeks. Like I said, I'm not going to stop blaming Shanahan until if and when we go back and he can correct this and get us a win.
Well, he's learning.
All
right.
I'm blaming Shanahan all year till we get back.
All right. We really got to go, fam. It's late. All right, Al. I'll talk to you a little later. Ah, man. And Hawaii Nighter also says, thanks for the upbeat and positive attitude yesterday. Really helped me get through the day today. I'm in the 4th stage of grieving. Mahalos. Hey, this is funny because you do go through stages. I went through every stage in a book, including punching the wall last night. When I finally went to bed and relaxed, I was finally able to go to sleep. And I woke up today. I said, you know what? It's a game, Ronbo. It's a game, man. They'll be back. It's a season. It's done. Move on. I do, but you do need to air it out. Air it out. If there's some things you want to say, that's what we're doing now. Hey, B-Ham. B-Ham. B-Ham rolling down the road with the 80 on. Got the essence rolling. B-Ham. I know you got something on your mind. What will it be?
Rumble, man. Luckily, like you said, I was born, I'm an 80s baby, so I did see the 94 championship. This is not the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
That we know, yeah.
And we had tight games back then. I'm going to say, I give Shanahan the bulk of the blame, but regardless of any of the blame Shanahan had, the most pivotal point in the football game, Ronbo, was when they threw a pass interference in the end zone on a man that jumped straight the fuck up in the air, did not make contact with the defender at all, and not to mention, if that's the case, the ball was short. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
how do you call pass
interference
interference
in the back? Yeah.
How do you call pass interference on that? He didn't touch the guy.
And I'll tell you something else, Bingham. Since they were calling the game loosely, why couldn't they let that slide? I mean, according to what they was doing all game long, people were jumping off sides. Holding was not being called. Why you can't let that one slide? Let him play if that's the attitude.
It's like this right here.
Our guys got to learn to turn around, though. They've got to learn to turn around. You put yourself in that position, you turn around, you will be looking like a star. But
You're right.
Tavari. Oh.
You're right. I'm going to say this, though, Ronbo. I mean, Kyle didn't even throw a challenge flag to even challenge that to see if he made contact. So I blame Kyle for that. I blame Kyle. I'm like everybody else. Hey, I'm up 10. It's 6 minutes left in the ball game. Hey, I'm running the ball. I'm bleeding the clock all the way down to 1. You're just going to have to play the run. You're going to have to sell out on the run. But I'm going to been at least bled almost 3 minutes off the clock, or 2 minutes, or whatever.
Oh.
So you're going to have to burn them candles early. And you got to drive the length of the field twice. You feel me?
Yeah.
If I lose like that, I can live with it. I don't mind him being conservative. I don't mind the way he called the game, because we was playing. We never really had a comfortable lead. Had we been up 17, that was a comfortable lead. We never had a real comfortable lead. But hey, man, I think we're gonna get. I believe we're gonna get it right. I'm not blaming everybody. I'm not mad with the season. We was 4-12 last year.
It was too good,
this is Jimmy G. This is Jimmy G's first year in this system. He can only get better. However, the only worry I have is, I know we're gonna retool, but everybody else in our division is gonna retool.
Oh, they're gonna build their teams. BM, you make such an excellent point. They're gonna build their teams coming after us.
Right. So that's my only worry, because that little fucker Kyler Murray, we got to face him twice, and he gave us problems with nothing this year.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? I'm just saying we got bigger fish to fry before we can even think about getting back to another Super Bowl. And I believe we can get there. I'm just saying the rollers are going to be a little bit tougher this time. And I believe we're going to make it.
And the Cardinals got money. They're pretty high on the draft order. You know, that's the team to watch. Kyler Murray is no joke.
Yeah, man.
So, you know.
We need some speed, and we definitely need some corners. Sherman, I love you, but I believe if Sherman had played safety last night, we wouldn't have lost the game.
Ooh,
because
there's a subject.
He would have had his eyes on any of that deep shit
Because
Tyreek Hill wouldn't have never got like that. He would have picked that bullshit off.
We're gonna be talking about that a lot in the weeks ahead. We got to go now, fam. So I'm gonna talk to you a little later. Excellent points.
All day, man. All day, man. Be good
Bye,
out there, man. Hey, man, I
good.
appreciate what you did for us this season, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
It's a pleasure,
May
fam.
God bless you, brother. May God
Thanks,
bless.
BM. Thanks, fam.
So long, faithful. I'll see you later.
All right, fam. Drive carefully out there, BM. Looking forward to talking to you later.
All right, homie. Be easy.
And let's see. This must be. I think this is new. Dancing with Nintendo Star says, on that field, Kyle is our leader. We follow his lead, and he leads us to loss, plain and simple. Even Lynch was at odds with him. I do wonder what was the conversation between Kyle and John later on. I mean, in any situation, peace and harmony is not always going to be the case. And Lynch was adamantly in that booth. And I'm thinking to myself, Kyle, use that time, Kyle. Don't. I still think Kyle learns from these things. He's a young coach. That's why I'm saying Andy Reid's got 20 years. Kyle's got how many years? This makes a difference. Andy Reid actually beat Omar. Let's go to Dade City. Oh, Omar. All right, and we go. And now, one of the founding members of TNT, Terez. Let me get that.
Hold up, wait a minute, Ronbo. Go on and spin that red and gold up in.
Because ain't nothing changed, Trez. We still the damn Niners, Jack. We ain't done. Shoot. Give me that. Throw it away.
Hey, no, Ronbo, no. Hey, look. Hell of a season, Ronbo. Like I say, hell of a season, man. Look, we wasn't expecting to go as far as we went, man. Nobody seen this. Nobody seen it. But like I said, since we were there, shit, let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? The narrative for us had changed after goddamn 8 games. We were 8-0. The narrative done changed. Shit, we the best thing cooking. So let's roll,
Trez,
so,
I agree. I agree. If you go to the Super Bowl, then win it.
Then win it. Exactly. That's how I look at it. Win it. You know what I'm saying? We were there. You got to win it when you're there. These opportunities don't come. They far and few, Ronbo. Look at how long it took us to get back from 2012 to now. You see what I'm saying? That's a long time.
Trez, you know what, though? Look at the differences, though, Trez. I'm looking at the youngsters on this team. We got a lot of them. We got a few vets. It's this the thing about keeping this team together a little longer. I think it's a little different than that time, and different than what the Rams had to deal with all them free agents. I think we're still sitting in the front seat.
I think you keep the nucleus of the team together, but you could do some extra pieces. You know what I'm saying, through free agency and the draft. You know what I'm saying, to help better the team. That's all. We're going to get better. We're going to get better. But, it'll be a new year. It'll be a whole nother training camp. And the most important thing, it'll be another season where everybody got to stay healthy. That's just it.
And always that's the scariest thing right there. Who could stay healthy the most?
We stay healthy pretty much. We had a few bits and pieces of the puzzle to go down, but not the nucleus. And that's why we were able to maintain. So that's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Staying healthy. Nobody getting injured.
Exactly. And Trez, talk about health. You look at how many times did you hear D Ford's name yesterday? I went and looked at the stats. D had
I'm the one
pressure.
He wasn't nowhere to be found.
What
I said, what the fuck was D Ford?
I need a healthy D Ford.
Team that cut your ass. This is the team that got rid of you for an old time. You supposed to been out there all over the place, making and going over, pointing at their sideline, saying, "Yeah, motherfucker, you see when you got rid of me, this the real deal. I don't know about that 55 you got wearing that other jersey, but this one right here, you supposed to be all over the place." He was a no-show. Quan was a no-show. I don't know what the hell was going on, Ronbo. I really don't. But
I think
I can
Quan's
tell you this, though, Ronbo.
Not ready for. He out of shape a little bit to some degree.
They are ridiculing the hell out of Kyle Shanahan in Atlanta, Georgia. You hear me?
Ooh, I bet they are.
That's what they were waiting on.
God,
they were waiting on this shit.
Kyle does not want to have a vacation in
Kyle
Atlanta right now. Oh, my
Kyle
God.
has been all over the news media in Atlanta, Georgia. Some fierce. You hear me? Some fierce, Ronbo. They was like, it was just a repeat all over again for them,
You know what, though, Kyle? I just
wanted us to win.
Tress, I just want to say to the people of Atlanta, Dan Quinn is the head coach of that team. I still hold, the biggest blame, people should look at Dan when he's walking down the street and ask him, why didn't you say something? You were in charge. Yeah. You know that?
You were in charge. And me first and foremost, I totally agree with that. The head coach is in charge. That call came across his headset like it did all the other coaches. And he could have stopped that. He could have stopped it. But, Ronbo, we talk about trust. I'm going to flip to something. Like people were saying, Kyle don't trust Jimmy. And, yesterday I kind of felt that Jimmy didn't trust his playmakers because he didn't trust Kittle.
There's a wrinkle nobody's thought about.
You know what I'm saying? He should have trusted Kittle because he did not look for Kittle at clutch moments, and he was open in them clutch moments. I'm like, how do you? This is your man. This is your guy. This is your outlet. How do you not look for him? You
hit upon something we're going to talk about a lot in the days to come. Jimmy didn't read the field as efficiently as he normally does. Kittle was open on a couple of plays. You know what, though? I'm worried about. They had this experience. I think they'll grow from it. And next time they get in this situation, I think they'll be fine. But right now, this is what it was.
Yeah, Kyle got to learn to coach to win also, not coach to lose.
That's true.
Coach to win because Andy had been there before and lost a lot.
Yeah.
He was letting his nuts hang. That's just bottom line. Excuse my expression, everybody. For the little kids, he was just letting them hang because guess what? He went for it on those 3-4 down, and he made 2 of the 3. So, he was like, hey, I'm going to leave it all out here. And that's what Kyle got to do.
And that's
what
what
you got to learn to leave it all out there.
All right, Trash, I love you, man. We got to go. I'm going to try to get back tomorrow.
TNT, my family, man. I love them. Dre. Boy, you went hardcore tonight, Dre. Dre let them in. We ride with our team, though, Dre. We still ride with them. But let everybody get it off their chest, man. You know
that's the thing.
They gotta get it off.
We can't judge everybody for their opinion. That's true.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, it's just their opinion. Yeah. All right, Rob.
All right,
have a good one. Shout out to my
man.
TNT fam, and we out of here, though.
All right. Night, Trez. Yeah. And Daniel, let's say 49ers fan 5249 says Gore as a free agent, bring him home, let fumbling Breda go. That's another story. I can't wait to see it develop. I want more details on what is going on with Matty B. He's just been a stone cut out of the program. We saw Jeffrey Wilson out there yesterday. No Matty B. Hey, 434 Virginia. Virginia, VA. Is that somebody trying to click in? It's pressing the wrong buttons.
Ronbo, you got me?
Yeah, now I do. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Sorry about that. First time caller, new to the fan.
Hey.
What's going on?
Oh, see, we're sitting there wondering what the hell happened. But what is your name, fam?
Oh, Mike.
Mike. Hey, Mike.
Mike, man. I'm hurting, Ronbo.
Yeah, we all are. It's
trying to get over. This one hurts. This one hurts more than Harbaugh.
Yeah, well, of course, because we went 3 quarters and we had the game under control. They start taking measurements and stats, and the computers start kicking numbers out. We're 96% to win that game at 21-10 with about 4, 5, 6 minutes left of the game. I know. We forget the stats, forget the computer. This is no thing. We're getting ready to lose this game. Oh.
Why did we do what we did? And you brought up a good point. What happened to Breida? I mean,
I don't get that. This has been going on for weeks.
All I do is have flashbacks of the Browns game when he broke through in the first play of the game, and I don't get it.
Didn't he do a number on the on Carolina too?
He did. They just tore it up. I just don't get it. And And some of these play calls, I mean, we could gain 5 yards with our eyes closed. I mean,
he overthinks. Mike, do you think Shanahan, did he overthink this game? Did he try to get too cute? I get the feeling sometimes he gets caught up in his own sophistication. And, I know he's trying to outdo Andy Reid, and he's got, what's his name, the defensive coordinator over there. But Kyle only had to be Kyle. I think that would have been enough. If you like to run, Kyle, then go ahead. It's okay, run. You want to go with Jimmy? Okay, but don't hesitate. Don't overthink it. Send the play in. Trust your guys and get it done.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. I mean, especially what we did in that Packer game. I mean, all year I've been getting the feeling that this team has ignored media stuff. They've, even Dion called out Sherman there. Why'd you message me? Blah, blah, blah. And, it's just, I just didn't think there was going to be a change. And I'll tell you, when Aikman called out, Shanahan, we know what Shanahan's going to do. He's just going to run it down their throat. And then next thing you know, there was that pass play. It was kind of on the ground. It was iffy. And I said, you know what? Here we go. And I'll tell you what, I'm here. I got a Virginia number. I'm here in Tampa, and I drove down to South Beach. And I'll tell you, it was about 60-40 for Niner fans. I was on Ocean Boulevard down there.
Yeah.
Watching the game, and I'll tell you, this one hurt. Everybody was out. There were Niner fans representing everywhere. A lot of good vibe down there. And I'll tell you, it was rough for me because I'll tell you, I'm originally from New Jersey, and I was the oddball out. And I'll tell you, back when I was young, went to transformation, from Montana to Young, and I had that glory day in '94 Super Bowl there, '95, and it just was a stalemate for such a long time, And Harbaugh. Look, I mean, we had some issues there back in the day with Alden Smith, and it was kind of just up and down. And there was so much talk in the media with Harbaugh and getting along with the front office, and after this and that and championship games. But I really thought we were going to pull through. And then with all this family talk with them, and Kyle and the long-term contract, I was like, you know what, this felt like it. But we're young. We got next year. It's in Tampa next year. Might be in the hometown.
Yeah.
Be representing strong.
And the thing is, Mike, we have to remember, so is Kyle. You know what? We had Seifert, we had Walsh. These guys were grizzled, hardcore old guys, man. I still think Andy Reid may have had a slight edge in experience and time spent in the NFL. You get Kyle in another 5 years, nobody's going to be able to touch him, and including the 49ers. If we keep Don Lynch and Kyle Shanahan in the front office, we're going to get ours. But for now, we got to go through this and keep it all in perspective. Don't overreact, which I did last night. And, I think we're going to be fine. They know what they're doing. We wanted some football guys in there. We got them. So we'll be okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I won't take up too much of your time. I appreciate you taking my call. I'm going to go back to
appreciate you getting in here, Mike.
Sitting in a dark room, eating chocolate.
Come on, Mike.
Pizza.
Turn those lights on. Play some Madden.
I got to pull myself back up, man. I got to pull myself back up.
It's going to be okay. All right, Mike.
All right, appreciate
Thanks for calling in, fam.
Appreciate your channel. Thanks.
Talk later.
Thanks.
Oh, God. I know somebody said Kyle's 40 years old. But, the thing is, he's in coach's years, he's not really. He's a great leader, and they follow him. The guys love Kyle Shanahan. But he needs some more. He needs to see some more things. I don't know how much more he can see, though. I'm trying to find a reason. Oh, my. Let's go to Dade City. Dade City. Come on in, Omar. Is that Omar or is that Ellis? Ellis! Come on in, Ellis! Ellis, you at the airport? Ellis is flying out of Miami. Ellis!
AJ?
Ellis?
Let's be nice.
Ellis? Ooh, I was just joking. Ellis might be in it.
I don't know.
Okay, wait.
I don't
Maybe we
remember
should
hearing.
come back to Ellis. I don't think he can hear me. He's not monitoring his phone. All right. Anyway,
Try to read the name on
some
the
of these things,
teleprompter.
what I really get a kick out of, you're reading everything else, getting all pissed off. When I read that the Honey Badger was delighted we stopped stopped running the ball, I see that. They knew they couldn't stop the 49ers on the ground. Hey, James, out of the Garden City of New Jersey. Should I say state? Come on in, James. Give us some assessments.
What's up, Ronbo?
Ah,
How you doing,
James.
man?
You know, it's hard to get to the Super Bowl, James, and I'm sure we'll be back in there soon. I don't know how soon, but I really wish we could have got that one. But we're giving out grades and trying to point out what the problem was and all that stuff. What are you thinking?
Well, I'll say it just like this. First and foremost, thank you for what you've done for us all year with this platform you provided. Thanks to the callers with their insight. And I'm going to tell you, me, myself, that game yesterday, I agree with a lot of things that the caller Dre said, because you could tell from the very beginning, okay, I understand Kyle didn't call a timeouts right there before the end of the first half. But at the same time, if you look at the pass that Jimmy hit Kittle with, it's like we get called for pass interference. Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill were doing it all night long. They didn't call it one time on them, but they called it on us. And with that being said, they turn around and Kyle is on the sideline going absolutely livid because of the simple fact, if you go back and watch the game, as horrible as it was for us, because here it was, Nick Bosa and DeForest Buckner, there was at least, Nick Bosa had 3 chop blocks put on him. Where he was getting double teamed, where somebody was going below the knees, cutting him down, cutting him down. Basically, you're still blocking him in the back, and you're cutting his legs out from under him. They're not calling that. No,
James,
they're not calling that.
Did you see him yelling at that lineman one time? Because that was their best lineman, and he couldn't do anything with Nick straight up. And Nick standing there just yelling at him as he walks by. Nick was mad as hell.
They were
cheating.
Yeah, he had every right to be. Kyle was over there about to get an indictment, man, at times, because he was losing it. You're standing there and you're seeing it. Jimmy runs to try to pick up a first down, and he goes out of bounds, and the defender
blast him.
Still hammers him. They don't call that. He got hands. Chris Jones had his hands in his helmet on one of them plays where we didn't convert the ball. Jimmy basically fell down and is looking at the ref like, you're not going to call hands to the face? You seen that? And once again, I get it. Some people may not have liked the way Emmanuel Mosley played. I think he did a great job.
He only made the one mistake. It was critical, but he only made the one mistake on the day.
Let me say this much. Even on that mistake, but the sad part about it? Jimmy Ward, with as much experience as he has, you would have thought that he would have seen
that play developing,
that angle route coming, and just stood there like, instead of backing up, where if he backs up, if Mahomes tries to throw the slant, Jimmy Ward can jump the route. If he backs up and Tyreek Hill goes to do that pivot from the wheel route, he still can undercut the route. Man, that guy.
And Jimmy saw that ball in the air. I don't know how far across the field he was, but he should have broke on that ball anyway, way before he did. Now, he did. He got there, but he was too late. That's the thing.
He was too late. It kind of made me think that him and Emmanuel Mosley had changed positions. Maybe Salo would said, well, I want you to play free safety. Okay, set it up where it looks like you're going to play your regular cornerback position, but you drop back to the free safety position, and Jimmy, you play the corner out. And listen, man, that when I seen that,
James, I just want to say on that though, I kind of think that Jimmy gave too much faith in Mosley your first year. Hey, Jimmy, he made that mistake and broke forward when he was supposed to break back. I think that freaked Jimmy out. That's when he got on his horse too late.
Well, I know one thing for sure. It's water under the bridge now, and then Sherman getting beat. Listen, I ain't never been a fan of Darrelle Revis, but guess what? Darrelle Revis, I mean, he had me listening to him once again last night because when I seen that from Sherman, I seen it in the Packers game and didn't want to believe it with Devontae Adams. I seen it with I think it was Stephon Diggs in the Viking games. I didn't want to believe it, and now. Last night, what I seen in him,
hey James, we got to stop. We're gonna move him to safety next year anyway.
Yeah. And I'll tell you one thing. Well, if you ask me, they need to draft a cornerback, and they need to draft another linebacker because Quan Alexander. Listen, man, Quan Alexander.
We're gonna get into all of this stuff in the weeks ahead, James. Let me see you later, man. Okay?
All right, Ronbo, thank you for what you do. Niner Empire, Niner for life. Have a great evening. We're going to roll on. Remember, the Bills went to 4 Super Bowls with the same coach, quarterback, and defense. They lost all 4 of them.
That's what
you got to have faith in them right now. I'm more hurt than anything. But have a good evening. Be blessed. Niner Empire, Niner for life. Thank you, Ronbo.
Thank you. Night. James, I love that area code in Buffalo now. It's 044. Hey, let me. Where we at? Oh, Kevin. Hey, Kevin, still hurts, but Niners will bounce back next year. We're still a very young team, and that's the thing I'm hanging my hat on. For Niners, we got still some growing up to do. Honestly, once we realized we overachieved this year, granted, I know we later for that we got there. We're supposed to win it. We took it all the way to the third quarter. They've grown from that. There's a bitter taste in their mouth. And a lot of them are still under contract, rookie contracts. I'm thinking you're going to see a team that's a little more seasoned, a little more adult. Kyle Shanahan, I don't know how many times he's going to have to get his head bumped before he realizes certain things, Kyle, don't do that. Because he's still learning. All right. Hey, Dustin.
How's it going, Rumble?
Dustin, it could be doing better, but it's okay, man. We're going through survival and therapy together. We're gonna be all right, Dustin.
Man, I think if the balls didn't get batted down, we'd be having a different conversation right now.
I know, because George Kittle was open on some of them batted down balls. But that happens a lot.
Yeah, one of them was kind of covered, but the other one, he was wide open. So
standing there all by himself.
I don't want to hear all that. You know what I mean?
Man. Dustin, I saw those batted balls all season. I'm trying to figure out, does he need a step to the right, to the left? I'm tired of the batted balls. And he's got to, don't look at your receiver, Jimmy. How do they know to put their hands up just right at the right time? I still don't get that.
I think I'll be more mad if this was Jimmy's full third year. This is only Jimmy's full first year.
Yeah. He'll be better.
I'll be more mad if this was his third year, but this is just his first year, and he brought it. We can't go on that because he proved to us already in the same game, and a whole bunch of other games. But
I look at him in the Saints game. I mean, Jimmy's had some awesome games this year. He beat the Cardinals. Jimmy's not a bad quarterback, but people need to understand this is his first full year. Let him grow.
And I think he would have hit that deep pass if he wasn't rattled. He hit all those in practices because he's not getting hit. But after a while, when you get hit, you know what I mean? You end up trying to overthrow. You know what I mean?
Or hurrying up.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure, man. It was just one of those games. It is what it is,
Yeah.
Shit, I gotta go deliver out in Kansas City on Thursday. I gotta go see these motherfuckers, bro.
Oh no!
I deliver out there in Kansas City.
You gonna wear your colors? Because I see you imagine driving to Kansas City wearing anything 49ers. They're gonna love it. Oh man, you're liable to get put in jail, Dustin. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
And all my customers already know I'm a Niners fan.
So I'm
a man up. I'm gonna go out there. I don't care.
There you go. Hey,
Hey, this
stay cool.
This this is where you find out your real colors, bro.
I
That's why
know.
I'm checking in. I waited the whole year. Yeah, I'm gonna check in, man. I mean,
Just
shout out
stay
to
cool.
you,
Walk
man. You
around
was here the
proud.
whole year, bro.
There you go. And say things back to him. Don't get mad. Stay cool. You'll be okay.
I got a question for you, though, Ronbo. How you
Hmm.
feel about this whole Seattle scheme? Are you
Seattle.
still riding for it, or?
Oh, you mean continue with Robert Sala's defense? I thought
Yeah.
they were the best defense in the NFL. So I got no, it's been altered a little bit. Robert Sala's rewritten that book
But
a little bit too.
you know this. I know I know he changed up certain things, and he have kinks in here and there. But the plays that we do lose on, or we almost lose on, is the Seattle beaters. So I wonder if there's too much teams that run that same defense that.
You
You know what I mean?
know what, Dustin?
I wonder
it
if
has,
it's too much star. I wonder if it relies on the players too much, where we cannot sub out that much, or our backups gotta step up that much more.
Well, I like the 4-man front. I like that, putting pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, I love that.
The guys in the back, they did a good job of covering this year, which is why our defense did so well this year. There's been some accidents, there were some mistakes, but Dustin, as bad as we looked yesterday by our standard, they held that team to 10 points going into the fourth quarter. Nobody holds the Chiefs to 10 points going into 3 quarters of football. And the only reason they got rolling is because we made one mistake. I got to defend the defense. I like it. I really do.
I do like it, but I just wonder if it's too much of a star, like too much of a player dependent defense.
What would you might want to go. Would you rather play man defense? You know what? I agree with one
No,
thing.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to play man. It's just I rather have something that will change it up, or will give them a little different disguise.
We
I mean, I'm not no X and O guys. You know what I mean?
No,
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. The scheme was right. They had a robber set up all game long. Every time Mahomes looked downfield, he was freaking out. He even admitted this is the toughest defense he's ever seen. So I don't know if they should change it, because if Mahomes thought it was tough, that means every quarterback in the league can't do anything with it.
I mean, I'm glad we going into it with another year. You know what I mean? Fuck all that changing shit, man. I'm tired of changing all that defense. God damn, bro. Can't we stick to one program? But
I know.
You know what I mean? But
we got to roll, fam. Let me see you tomorrow. I'm going to try to get back tomorrow. Okay. All right. Hey, Mel.
Bang bang. What up, Ronbo?
Gang. Yes, Mel.
Know it.
I tell you what, man. I tell you, I'm just coming back and talking to y'all, man. I feel better already. What you don't want to be is with your own thoughts by yourself right now. I was like talking to myself last night, man. You know how you see them? It ain't even dark in the room, but you feel this darkness around you. Man, it's strange when you love a team like we do. God, that was just we had it, Mel. Well, give assessments. What do you think?
A couple of things, man. I'm an '80s baby, man. So and I've been a Niners fan my whole life. I ain't used to this losing Super Bowl bullshit.
I hear you.
Yeah, we don't
back
do
to
that.
back?
We don't do
Oh
that.
my God.
Yeah, we don't do that. But aside from that, I blame this loss on Richard Sherman, bro, and not for the reason people may think. We know, man, for whatever reason in recent years, the referees, the league have been against the 49ers for whatever reason. But if you watch Richard Sherman's press conferences leading up to the Super Bowl, he made it so much harder on us by attacking the league the way he attacked the league. He used this platform to attack the league, talking about not hiring black coaches, talking about what else? He was just trashing the league. Oh, there's extra 17 games. Yeah, they're not really about protecting the players. They don't care about us. It's all of this stuff where I'm like, Sherman, save this for after you win the Super Bowl.
Don't be negotiating on your press conferences. Good point,
right.
Mel.
He wasn't Richard Sherman, the 49er. He's Richard Sherman, the players and ambassador.
Politician.
Like,
and you know
man,
what?
Handle business first, bro.
And they hung us out to dry. That
Period.
offsides was
all
as
game
blatant
long.
and clear as could be, Mel.
Bro,
that helmet underneath the helmet. Come on,
right.
man.
They were at least, I stopped counting at 17 missed calls. with holding on offense. Their defensive backs are holding our guys. It was just offsides penalty, personal fouls, Jimmy G on the sideline, then Jimmy G helmet-to-helmet contact in the pocket on third down. They just ripped us, man. And my whole thing with us has been, you can't leave the game in the refs' hands, but especially when you get to the playoffs and championships, the talent margin isn't going to be that big where you can just wipe everybody out like that. So there are going to be times where you have to rely on at least a somewhat fairly called game. So, but this wasn't fair at all. But in that same token, I can tell you this, being an athlete myself, playing the game myself, the Chiefs, the players, they don't feel as good as people think that they do, because, you know, they're going to watch the games, and they know, man, they know that this was totally lopsided officiating. They know that, you know, they shouldn't have walked away with that victory, and it wasn't anything that they did to win that game. And like I said, man, publicly, they'll never say it, but as an athlete, they know.
Mel, a question.
That they needed help.
Mel, one question though. Okay, so the punishment was delivered. How many people do you know actually comprehended? You just brought that up, and I hadn't even thought about it. How many people do you know actually comprehended that? Was the message sent, don't bleep with us? Because you know what the thing is? The season's over, Mel. And next year, if I'm John Lynch or Kyle Shanahan or somebody, well, probably they won't send John or Kyle. It'll have to be another brother, right? Somebody, I don't know, maybe Shannon Sharp. Give Sherman a call. Listen here, man, you know what? You need to hush. I'm going to tell you why. And you fill him in on what you just said. And would Sherman listen, or would he get louder with the campaign? This is a whole conversation for another show. But we can't do it right now. We're out of time.
Right, no problem.
You're right.
Yeah, now I'm not saying he shouldn't take up those causes, because I admire that.
But not now on before.
But there's right, exactly. Handle your business first with your team. Then when you win the Super Bowl, you're going to have mics in your face all day anyways. Then you can go ahead and
now launch
take up
the
your
campaign, right?
Right.
Okay.
Every single press conference he did.
Excellent observation, Mel. I didn't think about that. Sure, the league let everything ride. They probably talked about that. Said, you know what? Screw the Niners. Tell the refs, you let anything that's just not blatantly clear go. All right? Now, let's see how well they do in this game. It worked. Mel, I'm going to tell you what, man, let's talk later, okay? God, sad.
Yeah, take it easy on our boys, man. We had an amazing season, y'all.
We did.
Trade Garoppolo, get rid of John Lynch. Man, shut up. It's their third year. Took us to the Super Bowl.
Ain't nobody getting rid of nobody, man. Cooler heads will prevail. All right, fam.
No doubt. All right, bro.
Talk to you later, Mel. God, Mel's bringing up an excellent point. They did us, fam. I don't know if Mel's theory's true or not, but it feels right. A lot of those things are just clearly wrong. Hey, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, man, I was just sitting back here, man. Mel's got me. My mind is like going 100 miles an hour right now. The game, of course, was a pain in the ass. We still screwed up. The rest may have had something to do with it, but they didn't screw it all up. We still had our own problems. But Mel, Jay, what are your grades on this game? Offense, defense, special teams, coaches.
Look, Ronbo, I'm 36. I've been a Niner fan all my life. I live in D.C. I got to deal with Redskins and Cowboys fans. So
oh, no.
I'm going to tell you like this. Yeah. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all, man. I done played football my life. I played 1 year at college. I played 2 years of semi-pro. I tore my ACL and MCL. But I played corner and safety. So I know the game. I love this game. You know what I mean? This is my life.
All right.
And the 49ers is my life. You feel what I'm saying? I really bleed red and gold. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Kyle Shanahan, he blew that motherfucking guy. I ain't even going to blame the refs. The refs, that's their job to miss calls and do all that bullshit. We still had a chance to win this game.
We did.
I blame Kyle, and I'm going to tell y'all the truth, man, because I love football and I watch football. Jimmy G is an average quarterback. He's a Kirk Cousins type quarterback. That's the bottom line. Okay, he played a year. He played the whole season already. That shit's under the books. This is the biggest game. You got to step up and show out. You coming out there playing. He missed George Kittle on so many open routes. And it's like, where are you throwing the ball at? What is you looking at? What is you reading? You didn't play the whole season. You can't read the defense by now. And Kittle was open like on 3 yards. And then you can't even hit a man on a wide open post down the middle that's wide open for a touchdown. You overthrow the ball 10 yards. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, I'm a ride with Jimmy. I'm a ride with Kyle, but he got to do better.
Jay, let me ask you a question. Would Jimmy G do better in an unstructured? I got to tell you, in 2017, Jimmy G looked like straight money. Why? Because Kyle hadn't fully got him into his program yet.
Exactly.
After he got into the program, all of a sudden, he seems a little stiff at times. He seems a little less instinctive. I'm watching this and I'm thinking at some point he's going to be able to utilize the system and get better in it. But right now, I see a guy that needs his handcuffs taken off. What if he was with Andy Reid? I'll bet you Jimmy would be a little more loose. Some quarterbacks are like that.
Yeah.
He needs to be able to think on his own sometimes, but he tries to stay within the system. And I think sometimes he's just, Jimmy, go off schedule. Go for what you know. And that's why I worry about that at times.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You're definitely right. You're definitely right. He do need to play a little bit more looser. He need to make plays like on that scramble. Just throw the ball, throw it to somebody. You feel what I'm saying? You break in the pocket. You see the defender about to come and hit you. This is
Get out of there.
Make a play. Then
right.
Throw the ball. Why run out of bounds? It's third down. Throw it to somebody downfield. Maybe we get a flag or anything could happen. You know what I mean? Then Kyle calling them plays like before halftime being scared. You playing scared, safe. Come on, man. And then the last drive we had in the game. Why do you got our biggest number one weapon in the backfield with a running back blocking? I mean, I understand they was getting pressure, but George Kittle is our main. Why is he not out on the pass route? You got him on 2-3 plays in the backfield blocking.
But you know you got Debo and you got Emmanuel out there. He had good, but Jimmy's got to stop. I don't know what got into him in this game. Jimmy's got to stop staring at his receiver. He did that on several occasions. I rewatched it. Jimmy, don't. What are you looking at? Don't stare at him. That gives you away. He did some things he didn't. Some of the things he did in this game were uncharacteristic too. He's better than that. What? He's the Super Bowl freaked him out. He's been there 3 times when he's not on the field. 3 times, yeah. So anyway.
3 times.
Jay.
And then he sat behind Tom Brady.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know how to read defenses. Come on, man. You ain't learned that?
Jimmy, come back, Jimmy. I want the 2017 Jimmy back. That's all I want, Jay. Jay, we out of time, fam.
Yeah.
You know I appreciate you. Let me see you later, okay?
Already, man. Have a blessed night. We always faithful. We ride to die. I'm walking around with my Niner cap on today.
There you go.
And, I'm all good. And I'm going to still call this out because this is my team. I love them.
You got a right to.
We faithful. Already.
All right. All right, fam.
Bang, bang, Niner gang for life.
Tell you.
Already.
Night, Jay.
All right.
Hey, and Satch Montgomery, he saw them 2 INTs. He says, thanks, Satch. Oh, man. He says that we will be back. I really believe that. Unlike teams that lose in the Super Bowl, I don't think the Niners are going to just let this roll and come back and fall all apart next year. Hey, Dade City. Oh, my. RG asked the question, Shakira or J-Lo? you can take that question very well. Hey, Jason.
What up, Ronbo? I'm on the East Coast hanging with you.
Right.
I've been hanging with you for years now.
I know it, because I recognize that accent immediately.
You know what I mean? We've been hanging, man, on a good note, man. I feel we got the nucleus to do a dynasty. What's up, bro?
Before you get into that, Jason, let me ask you this. Shakira or J-Lo?
I'm going to go with Shakira. J-Lo fell off since and live in since Money Train. Like the booty just left. The booty just left. But she looks good for her age.
But you know she got that booty insured by Lloyd's of London. I mean, so it's okay. She'll be okay.
She'll be all right.
Go ahead, fam. What was you getting ready to say?
Well, I was just saying, man. I mean, I see the bad news is going to come, but on a real optimistic tip, we have great coaches, great guys. I want John and Kyle to get it together. You know what I'm saying, and keep it together because obviously, you know, at the half there has to. I would love to be a fly on that wall, but that's the good news that we signed Eric Armstead. Forget about free agency for now. Like, let's sign Eric Armstead. Let's deal with the contracts we need to bring everybody back. Bring the same guys back.
You and me, we're on the same page.
Rookies, and we still have like 8 relevant guys on roster that are on IR to deal with. You know, maybe cut McKinnon, fill up some space. Goodwin mysteriously dealing with some problems. We got to figure that contract situation out. You know, we got some things to figure out for the off season. It's going to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a group. I'm gonna just say this statement, and it may ring true to you. You're a football dude. We have to understand that killing the clock includes moving the chains. Killing the clock includes. Otherwise, we would just kick the field goal and then start killing clock in the first quarter.
Because killing the clock, like you say, is meant to hurt the other team, not you.
Yes, and those who want to burn clock, and I've seen this in the regular season during the Seattle game, during the Baltimore game. They played in the fourth quarter. Kyle called this clock-chewing style play, but the clock come back to burn us. Because now we don't got no time left on the clock. And you score points. My point is this.
The Ravens.
I get score. You're playing Mahomes. Don't just kneel with 2 minutes. What was it? 1 minute and 47 seconds, 3 timeouts. Okay, congratulations. You get to go home with 3 timeouts in your pocket. What are we doing with that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to just chew up Kyle, but when you're playing passive, like Kittle was upset on the sideline.
Yeah.
I looked at his body language. I've never seen Kittle be down or pouty. He always is in the huddle and on the sidelines pumping guys up or being pumped up. He was taken out of the game. Another thing I want to analyze.
Jason, look who he's got guarding him. He's got Ragland and that other clown. They can't do nothing with George.
But he was open. He was open.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He had them 2 dudes. They can't do nothing with George. And also, didn't he have, what's his name, on the edge a few times? Had him wide open. What's that dude they brought over from the Cardinals? Edge rusher? He was out there guarding George at one play. I don't know how that happened. But too late.
Ronbo. So many things that we definitely could shore up on. But what else I noticed is this, and take note of this, Ronbo. Jimmy G and our offensive line haven't been actively passing the ball since December 29th. Reflect on what it is to be warm, sit the bench and not. We haven't been actively passing the ball. So I think it came to bite us that we took Jimmy out of his rhythm. He's been passing all season. To Jimmy's credit, our passing attack was something to deal with.
Jason,
but suddenly the playoff comes.
You just hit on something. We got to go. But listen, remember, Weston Richburg knows how to read a defense. When did Weston Richburg go to? God, that's it. Weston Richburg
you
was
can definitely
Jimmy's.
Do a timeline to that.
Yeah. Hey, fan, we got to go. Let me always appreciate you, Jason.
Ronbo, one more thing I want to say. Peep the crowd noise, too. The Chiefs were out there deep, and Jimmy couldn't really hear either. But I'm going to get out of here, man. Peace. Go back and peep what I'm saying, and talk to you tomorrow, bro.
All right. Looking forward to it, Jason. Have a good night, fam. Yeah, man, people are bringing up some great points. Weston Richburg was pretty much orchestrating what Jimmy was doing. You know, Garland dude is awesome, but he's not the same as Richburg when it comes to calling out the play. I'd forgotten about that. In our passing game, it has slid downwards since. Okay. Dance with Nintendo Stars. Jimmy is too much of a Boy Scout to go improvise. There was a couple of times Kyle was caught mouthing off to us. I see Kyle get really pissed with him on the side. I saw that. Jimmy looked rattled because he had no confidence because Kyle didn't have confidence in him. You know, these stories are going to break off season. You know that, don't you? We're going to hear more about this. Something's going to finally slip as the relationship between Kyle and Jimmy. And I've heard one thing I did hear is that Kyle says, well, you know, Jimmy's kind of a easygoing smile guy, and I'm just the opposite, and I go after him, and he takes it all in, and he's okay with it. He likes my honesty and that type of thing. So, you know, Kyle's already been all over him. We'll see how that develops, though. And we just did Super Chat. Okay, we got Dancing with Nintendo Stars. Hey, Jimmy's too. We just did that. What are we doing here? Okay. Production issues. We're okay. John Wilson, and it says, what up? We will be back in the Super Bowl next year, I promise. Kyle let the refs get in his head. At that point, probably. Good point, John. Did the refs rattle Kyle? Because he was really pissed on how many different occasions? All right. I agree. Thanks for the contributions, guys. And there's Big Show. He says, would you let Sherman switch to safety and bring in Byron Jones? I'm back, fam, and surgery went well. All right, Show, you didn't tell us you were going to surgery. Shucks, I'm glad to hear that's okay. Got you back just in time for the off season. Shows our observer of talent as far as the collegiate level goes. All right, Joe. Good to hear, fam. Thanks for the contribution, too. All right. Let's go to Big Mo.
Ronbo, what's happening, partner?
Man, I'm telling you, I'm learning so much tonight. It's crazy, man. Everybody's coming up with all these theories and angles and observations. Boy, it's a good time tonight. I tell you, it always is. But I feel like everything's been opened up here. I love it. But wait, Big Mo, what are you thinking, fam?
Well, my perspective is this, Ronbo. I'm not too hard on Kyle or Jimmy G, because if you look back at the game, Ronbo, Jimmy G was 19 out of 22 for 195 yards going into the fourth quarter. Okay? Let's just put it on the table and say what really happened. Our defense choked. Okay? Point blank, period. Joe Woods, you didn't have your guys ready to play. Your mind was in Cleveland. Your mind was not on this Super Bowl week. The secondary was not ready to play. Kyle played conservative in the first half because we could not get our defense off the field. Too many long drives. We let them hold the ball for 33 minutes. Ronbo, we gave up a 50-yard run in the fourth quarter. We were outscored 21-0. That is not championship defense.
And
period,
did you
point
see
blank.
Damon
20
Williams?
points was enough.
Yes.
20 points was enough. It was enough for New England last year. New England scored 13 points and won the Super Bowl because they played championship defense.
Yes.
We did not play championship defense, period, point blank. And I don't want to hear nothing about no damn Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy G. They moved the ball well enough. They hit a little wall late in the fourth quarter. That happens to an offense. Okay?
True.
You lose your rhythm.
True.
That
true.
was not championship defense, period, point blank. That bomb, that 44-yard pass should have never happened. You know why? Because they had no answer for a two-deep zone. We were playing two-deep zone. That was when Fred Warner got the interception.
Mm-hmm.
You let Fred Warner lurk the middle of the field. You play two safeties back. Our DB coach did not have our guys ready to play, nor Robert Saleh.
Because
point blank.
Because you got to make quick judgments on those plays, and Mosley made the wrong judgment. He charged when he should have retreated. I could not, if you look at it schematically on paper, Mosley's going to say the same thing when he looks at film. My bad, coach.
Mosley is fine.
Yes.
Mosley is fine. He'll be just fine.
Oh, yeah.
I like Mosley.
These are
If we bring back Mosley next year, I'll be fine with that. That was terrible coaching. Period. I don't care what nobody say, man. Watch that game. We got outscored 21-0 in the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter.
That was scary. And
we
of all
gave
things,
up 3 long touchdown drives.
And they were tired. You know what, Big Mo? They were worn out. The Super Bowl's the longest game of the year anyway, and these guys have been on the field too much.
That was a factor.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a factor. That was a factor. Now, I can't say that. Our rotation is depleted right now. Defensive line, we took a lot of hits. So we had to play Solomon Thomas way too much. Eric Armstead is playing way out of position. Eric Armstead is playing too much on the defensive end.
And we
got some issues there.
Because you got D Ford. I hope he's healthy next year. Because I tell you what, Big Mo, the 49ers win the first 10 games of the year if we got that hot rotation going next year with no problem whatsoever.
Ronald Blair, that was a big loss. I don't think we understand that, Ronbo.
A lot of people
Ronald Blair, that was a big loss. Quan Alexander, he was not ready to play. He shouldn't have never came back.
Big Mo.
Okay, let's just keep it real.
Yeah, he's got to get himself together. Big Mo, we got to go, fam. Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. I'll look for you later.
All right, man. All right, Ronbo, take it easy, man. Look, man, I appreciate it, man. I had a ball this year, man, watching you, man.
It's going to be better next year.
I really do, man.
Thanks,
yes, sir.
Man.
Oh, we'll be back. Definitely.
Yeah. Tell you.
We'll be back.
All right.
But yeah,
have a good night, Big Mo.
I'll stay in touch, Ronbo. I appreciate it, man.
Looking for you. All right. Night, fam.
No doubt.
Since I said it here today already, I'm going to make it a point to make sure first 10 games in a row. I got Jones back. I got Ronnie Blair back. I got everybody back on the defense. D Ford better get that knee fixed. And guarantee that defense is going to be just nasty. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Texas boy, and all you other fools in there clowning around. Rome de Aruja. Hey, Rome, did I get that right? Rome de Rouge. Could it be French? De Rouge. Rome, thanks, fam. It says Jimmy hasn't really been the same since the ACL injury. In 2017, Jimmy used to roll out of the pocket and extend plays with his feet. So true. This is a guy I'm wondering, and it takes a year to get over an ACL. This is his year to do what he's doing. So in that case, you need to give him credit, I guess. Now he sits in the pocket even when it collapses. I know. I don't even need to check the tape. I've seen that. That's why I'm saying Jimmy's not. Ever since Kyle got him to do these things, I sometimes I wish he just ad lib. Oh, let me bring him in. For the ride.
Man, I sure appreciate the motivation you still got going, Ronbo. What's going on, my man?
All right, because I know we got a bunch of kids. They're going to grow up, be big and strong, and they're going to kick the NFLs. But like we just got to talk about the rotation on the defensive front. Lord, please do something with D Ford's knee. Rod, I'm telling you right now, the first 10 games, I don't care who's on the schedule, they're going to get an ass whooping.
Well, I tell you what, Ronbo. Man, I've been trying to call you for the last couple of weeks during 49ers Spirit Week, but, the system was kicking me out. But I'm blessed to be here tonight.
I'm glad you made it.
Let me start the show off with an installment, if you don't mind.
Yes, indeed. It's Monday night. Traditionally, what we do is let me holler at you.
The Rod speaking right now, I'm not going to sit around here pretending like I know football better than you guys. You guys know football. I know football. Some of us got different evaluations on what we saw. But let me just say this. Starting back to 2000, I think it was 17, when we first got these guys. Every time we lost, you blame Salah for every loss. Salah needs to be fired. Year two, same thing. Salah need to be fired, and it's like we didn't even have talent then. Okay, this year we all projected us to go to the playoffs. Bottom line is these guys exceeded expectations, and instead of just giving them credit where credit is due, we kept talking about things that we thought we needed to do differently than we were actually doing. So the only point I'm trying to make is this. Okay, everybody's talking about Kyle Shanahan is at fault, and I definitely give you a heads up on that. But let's just say this right here: if that pass that he threw to George Kittle going into the second half before it ended, if that pass wouldn't have been called a pass interference, we all have been talking about what guts it was to make that call, and it might have been the dagger that put the game away because would have put us ahead of them before halftime. The second thing is the one you kept talking about, Ronbo, about the offsides penalty that these guys failed to call. See, the thing is this right here, guys. The man didn't call a bad game. We just didn't execute. And it's like, even the one that Jimmy Garoppolo missed, I mean, that was the perfect call. I mean, yeah, 90% of us would have ran the ball, but let's say he would have threw the ball right on point and then game over. We having a whole different conversation.
True.
So the only thing I'm saying is, as 49er fans, just stop jumping on our coach's fault for every time they make a mistake. They're not gonna get it right 100% of the time. This is not the same Atlanta scenario. We don't have Matt Ryan at quarterback. Matt Ryan make dumb decisions in clutch moments. Jimmy Garoppolo has not done that. Did he show up fourth quarter Sunday? No, he didn't. But I mean, the bottom line is a lot of things that could have happened if different scenarios would have happened. But the referees had something to do with it as well. But I mean, at the end of the day, we got to hold ourselves accountable for it, guys. We didn't get it right this time. Jimmy Garoppolo, the biggest thing was for him to just complete a full season. Okay, the first year he played a complete season, he got us to the Super Bowl. So I mean, let's look at that, man. I mean,
got to give it up for that.
I know it hurt.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, it hurts.
I know.
So
because we got
spoiled,
enough
time, Ronbo.
We got spoiled.
I just want us to then stay on the up and up, man. We are empire, and we've been given the name 40 Whiners, and I can agree with it sometimes. Sometimes we whine too
I'm so
much.
tired. Oh, I hate that one, Rod. Every time I go on social media, I see that. God, 40 whiners. We have a little bit of a right. Well, we could stop it.
Give me 30 more seconds to just put this last point in.
Go ahead.
We got a lot of guys coming back that could definitely have been beneficial this year. We got Jalen Hurd coming back, possibly Trent Taylor coming back. We still got DJ Jones. We got
Ronnie
Julian
Blair.
Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Ronnie Blair. I mean, look, we got chips to play with. We might make some important draft moves. We might make some trades. Look, let's just continue to have confidence in these guys, y'all. Let's not destroy the empire from the inside. Let's stay together, baby.
And we got a year of maturity. That was my beef at the beginning of last preseason. I said, y'all, we need a little maturity on this team. And we do. It showed up yesterday at a very crucial moment. Mosley knows better. He will next time. Guarantee you that. Rod, are you ready?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Give it to me, dog. Oh, hey, before you do, thank you for what all you did this year, man. It's been an explosive season. I look forward to it next year. Send me home, dog.
It's my pleasure to film. Niners for the ride, Alabama.
Hold it down, Empire. We be back in this bitch next year.
Oh, you're right, Rod. All right. Hey, Ellis.
Hey, Ronbo, come back to me. I'm at this Kings game right now. This basketball game. I'll be out in about 10 minutes.
We thought you went to the airport. You had a basketball game. All right, we'll be back.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
Let's go check out Jesus.
Ronbo!
Hey, Zeus, man.
What's up, my guy?
Oh, hey, Zeus, man. I feel a lot better than I was yesterday, Fall asleep,
Oh, man, you know what, man? I'm over that shit, man. On to the off season.
You know what I'm saying? Get ready for next season because we going to be bad. Yes.
You know what I'm saying, man? We can't hold on to the Super Bowl loss, man. Like John Witherspoon said on Friday, we win some, you lose some.
That's
but
right.
you live to fight another day.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying?
There it is. And we ready.
You know what I'm saying? We're
and
down
Jesus,
right now. Yes.
No, go ahead.
Are we down right now? We're down right now, but we're going up next year, guys. Don't sweat it, man. We're not gonna foul Coach Shanahan. You know, Jimmy Garoppolo. Yes, I'm not sold on the cat yet, but you know what? Time will develop. You know, I feel like we should restructure his contract a bit. But real quick,
I thought you said you weren't. I thought you'd have any problem with Jimmy. Now you would restructure his contract.
No. I do have I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sold on the guy, man. You know, you
Okay.
got my brother and my friend who actually knows me. I was actually mad when we got Jimmy G back in 2017.
You know, Jesus, I got to
I'm
tell
not
you,
gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I'll be the first one to tell you
No,
guys.
there's lots of people agree with you. Here's the thing: they're not going to restructure his contract because they've already paid most of his money up front. They can let him go if they want to with a small amount of money. So his money's done. You know, so he's not hurting the team from being able to sell any or get any players. So it's good. That's Prod Marathi. That's the way he does. He makes sure the future is intact and ready to roll.
Yeah. You know, real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to my boy Josh One, to my brother Shark Attack, and Andrew Martinez. You know what I'm saying? I like to give shout out to my folks. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, what were you gonna say before I interrupted you? My bad, bro.
No. I was just trying to get that point in that about his contract and all that stuff. So I was saying something else though. But yeah, but Jimmy G, he's got some developing to do. And like this was 1 year, but next year he'll be on the spotlight a little harder. Because what most of us are forgetting is it's the first year the dude ever played. We got to the Super Bowl with him, in spite of him in some cases, some people think. But you know that he showed me something in about 5 games this year that makes me know that dude can play. It's just there are certain situations that he has to grow in, and being under pressure is one of them. But go ahead, Jesus. It's your time, though. Wait, what else you got? Real quick.
I'm just, you know, honestly, you know, I can't really talk shit, man. You know, us losing the Super Bowl, it hurts like a motherfucker. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry about my language. I know there's kids on there. I'm sorry. You know, it hurts. But you know, yes, we had the lead. You know, there was 7 minutes left in the game, or 6 minutes, however many minutes, I don't remember. But you know, things happen. You know, if they wanted it, you know, they deserve it. You know, if we didn't want it, bro, then you know we lost.
And we did.
You know, because you know, matter of fact, you know, a lot of people are gonna be blaming these missed calls, man. You know, but missed calls happen on both sides of the field, bro. You know what I'm saying? It happens on both sides, man.
But you know what? The unfortunate thing is some of those missed calls were so perfectly placed that it really screwed the 49ers up. But it's cool. Hey, Jesus, we're out of time again, fam. I think I'm going to try to get back in here tomorrow, okay? All right. All right, Jesus. Have a good night, fam.
No. What time are you going to start the theme tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a little earlier. I always say that, but tomorrow I'm seriously going to try to get in a little earlier. Around 6:30.
All right, good. I'll try to get on.
All right,
might be
be looking for you.
But I'll try to get on, or not Wednesday or Thursday, whenever day you start.
Yep. All right. Cool. All right, man. Good night. And Dollar Bill Will.
Ronbo, I'm gonna say this, man. Hey, look.
Okay.
Hey, we criticize Stephen A. Smith. We criticize Mike Florio.
Yep.
We criticize ESPN. We criticize Fox Sports.
I know.
And look at us. Y'all tripping, man. Y'all are straight tripping, bro. Y'all tripping. What Jimmy G's record as a starter? What Jimmy G's record?
13,
and y'all trying to crucify this man too?
15, 16. We lost
y'all trying to crucify this man too? Are y'all really Niner fans in here? You know what I'm saying? I ain't trusting none of these callers that's calling in, man. I'm thinking y'all undercover. Y'all see y'all fans in here? What y'all is in here?
Will, remember the years we was losing? Every Monday evening, we was getting rid of everybody on the team. We fired everybody. This is just a trend that we need to grow out of and become a little more, at least, if you're going to make an evaluation, make it a little less biased.
Jimmy
you know
G,
what I mean?
man, Jimmy G got
what Jimmy G did in the regular season got us here. What Jimmy G did in the regular season got us here. He didn't do much in the playoffs because the run game was working, but he did what he had to do in the regular season to get us to where we were. So we need to quit getting on Jimmy G and quit down Jimmy G. His first full season. All he needs now is to get everything down pat. Again during the off season, he's gonna be even better. So we can get off Jimmy G. Cause y'all got me thinking y'all suspect in here. And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you this, Ronbo, Kyle Shanahan, six something left in the game. It's 20-10. Yeah, you was supposed to run the ball. Do what you do best. Kyle Shanahan preaches to the team. Whatever you was doing in the regular season, you do it in the playoffs. Well,
he said that before.
Well, Kyle Shanahan didn't practice what he preached because he ran away from his identity, and he ran away from the running game. All we had to do was run football, ground and pound.
Because he couldn't stop
won the game. The defense made Mahomes look like a rookie. It made him look like a true
three
rookie.
quarters.
Yeah, he didn't throw no picks to pass some of our games, and he gets picked off twice by us. We gave the offense plenty of times.
Did he throw a pick?
We didn't capitalize off. We didn't capitalize off tomorrow's more pick, and it costed us. And yeah, the referees did. They had a little part in it too because we were dominating the Chiefs O-line so bad they were holding us, and they weren't calling it. I remember Mike Lombardi was on the YouTube channel today and said that Kyle Shanahan should have told all the refs to get Kansas City Chiefs the trophy because they weren't calling plays against them. It don't make no sense, man. But still, it was everything. It was the ref not calling. It was Kyle Shanahan not sticking with the running game, and Jimmy G did mess up on some reads. He did mess up on some reads. So it was everything. Everything was all mixed into one. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, Kyle Shanahan gonna get back right because if y'all didn't know, Mike Silver reported today that when after the post game, after Kyle Shanahan was answered all of his media questions during the post game, he walked out and he was cursing. He was pissed off. He was cursing.
He needs to be, and because this is really all a big screw up. But we're gonna go, and I'm gonna try to get back tomorrow. If not, I'll definitely be back the day after. All right.
All right, man. Oh yeah, Quan and Alexander and George Kittle, they stormed the 2020
legendary
revenge tour. Y'all better get ready, man. We ain't going nowhere. Ain't no team in the NFC gonna mess with us. No matter what players these teams gonna get from free agents to the draft. It's not they not gonna beat us. We're going back. I promise you, man. It's a wrap.
All right,
man.
Yeah.
All right.
And we roll quickly over to A.A. Darryl.
What's up, Ronbo?
Darryl, we're hashing over things and trying to make more sense of why we're not talking about, yes, we got number 6. Instead, we're saying, well, yeah. Hey, Darryl, you know what's really funny? Because I didn't anticipate this. I figured the team was too good to lose to the Chiefs, and it was the case until the last few minutes. That's what makes it so difficult. But, Darryl, if you're going to grade this game, how are you going to do? Defense, offense, passing offense.
Hey, Rumble, I'll say that. It was really tough to, watch those highlights. I mean, the first half, was good. Third quarter was good. And then the fourth quarter things were going it was going downhill. It was deteriorating. It was just,
Chiefs know they got away. They know they got away.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk all we want about the calls, missed calls, whatever, but I don't want to go there. I don't think none of us really want to go there that much.
Nah, I never want to. There was a lot of missed bothered with that. Yeah,
I know, because I know what people are going to say. Well, that's all you fans talk about. You just want to cry about the refs, but come on, if you watch that game, yeah, it's like, come on, if that happened to your team, you know damn well you're going to complain about the officials. But at the end of the day, though, there was a lot of missed opportunities. There really was, missed opportunities. And for one, of course, Kyle Shanahan, why would you walk away? I mean, switch, your plan out, like what got you there, which was the run game. That was like the whole plan going through. I'm like, oh, he's just going to run the hell out of the ball, especially after when Tavarius Moore got that pick. After Mahomes threw that second pick, I'm like, oh man, all we got to do is just run this ball out and we got this, get another touchdown. And then boom. That's what we thought was going to happen. That's
And
the
they
way it
couldn't
looked.
do,
I'm like, this
and
is
they couldn't do
perfect.
anything with Debo. Do it again, Kyle. Do it like you
Yeah,
say.
do it again.
It's
The
working.
motion.
Do
The
it.
motion. They couldn't stop the motion. And
They couldn't read it.
what was pretty to see, Ronbo, what was so pretty to see on TV when they were pointing the cameras at the Chiefs sideline, Tyrell Matthew, all those guys were fighting.
He's all pissed
They were
off. I saw
screaming
that.
and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that might be. I think we're getting in their heads finally. I think it's getting to them now.
I thought it was over. I remember that scene.
And I thought when DeForest Buckner got that huge sack, it was on the 2nd and long. I'm like, oh, they're in 3rd and long. Like, come on, this should be the nail in the dagger. And then boom, he just threw a deep one to Tyreek Hill. Like, oh my god! And then I just knew the momentum completely changed.
Yeah. And also it changed when they didn't call that. We got put in a 3rd down situation we couldn't get out of with that offsides penalty, and they just let it go. We had to punt. Oh, ref! No! That's our 1st down. So, and I knew that was part of this. That's it. I didn't think that would just kill us, though.
On that
I thought
down,
we'd recover from
that 3rd down when they jumped offsides. When they jumped offsides, they didn't call it. You could see that the team, the offense kind of froze for like half a second, and then they started to keep moving. And then I think that was that same exact play when Garoppolo was running, and he got pushed out of bounds late, and they didn't throw a flag then.
Refs are just going buck wild on Kyle. That's why he's so pissed off. I mean, that's a really bad officiating. That was such a clear offsides. He was in the zone, way off in the zone. He jumped up. You could see his body going up and into the zone. No call. You sons of bees. Ooh. Because if he did it on 1st down or something like that, let it go, okay, I can live with that. You guys did that on 3rd down. Oh, that's fine. They can all go to hell. I hope they die screaming. That's okay. Well, that's fine. Daryl. Hey, Daryl, I tell you what, if not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, all right? I'll be looking for you.
All right, Ronbo. Take care.
You too. Have a good night.
You too.
Hey, Buddha. Every time I say that, I think about George Kittle and the Arizona Cardinals. Hey, Buddha!
What's up? What's up, Ronbo? I missed you, man.
Buddha. Hey, so Buddha, it's like good to hear from you, fam, because it's all group hug tonight and last night and today.
I know I need a little. I need a little therapy, bro. So this is what happened. Saturday, I went to the gym. I went to work, and then one of my basically, he works on my floor, but he owns a company on the opposite side of the building.
Right.
He moved out and went to another building, another office on the other side of the 405 freeway.
Right.
And he was moving out his stuff on that Saturday, and I'm pulling up into the building. He's like, "What's up, man? You gonna bet me that $2,000?" I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, I'll do half. I'll do 1,000 because that's how much confidence I have in my team. But you know, it's not gonna hurt me if I lose $1,000. But anyway, so he went to school with Patrick Mahomes. He played Little League with Patrick, and he went to
you grew up in Texas?
high school.
Are you in
and
Texas?
Then he went. What's that?
Are you in Texas?
I'm from Texas. I'm from Texas. I was born and raised 20 years.
Yeah, because I know Mahomes is from Texas. Okay, go ahead.
So he played Little League with Patrick, and then his mom is best friends with Patrick's mom, and they just actually, his mom went to the divisional game and the NFC Championship game, and they were just having. Anyways, long story short, I took the bet. And when I wasn't expecting to run into him because he had already moved out a week before, he was just picking up his TV for his office. So I bet that. So that hurt losing the $1,000. But what even hurt even more, man, just the refs stole it again, bro. I don't know. I heard the last caller saying that he doesn't want to hear it about the refs and stuff. But so anyways, this same guy, his girlfriend is straight up mafia, and her wife, his wife, they're not even engaged yet. His girlfriend, they run Vegas, and he's known it for a long time. And people need to know look at what happened with baseball, how rigged that game was. And we're seeing
and recently getting exposed.
Cheating, and now it's the same thing in the NFL, and obviously what happened last time with the Ravens and the blackout, and then the giant hole where they ran the 100-yard kickoff return after the
it's crazy, bro. But I just wanted to say it's rigged, bro. This game's rigged, just like the FIFA
Buddha,
we just found out
don't
about.
tell me
FIFA.
this because I stopped watching NBA because of this. So and you could tell the refs are definitely doing strange things, not doing their job. It's one thing when they make bad calls, but no calls, then people can't really say anything because they figure the idiot just missed it. He didn't miss it. Those guys don't miss nothing.
That one dude connected the dots with Richard Sherman opening his mouth about the
I had a
17
feeling,
games,
too.
and basically the money. They're all about greed, They're just part of it, And so him opening his mouth and him being part of the players' union, and stuff, like they probably said, yeah, don't give, the Niners any chances.
Mm.
We
You
got
see
to show them
something,
who's boss.
just turn a blind eye to it and act like you didn't see it. And that works better than making a bad call.
Yeah, dude, it's sad that we would lose 2 Super Bowls to referees. And I know all the other people listening don't want to hear that, but it's the truth.
Here's
because
the thing,
this world is not, and this world is not fair. You know that.
Well, you know that, but the thing is, Buddha, Vegas lost more money because all the money was on the Chiefs. If you were betting on the 49ers, which I imagine a percentage was, but 70%, wasn't it, on the Chiefs?
Mm-hmm.
So Vegas still lost money.
Yeah, they did. It was 75, 25 split.
Yeah, so there you go. Hey, Buddha, good stuff, man. I'm telling you, we got to go though. I'm gonna see you later, man. Don't be so long getting back in there. I love these stories, man.
All right.
You another eye-opening fact. I had knew it was true anyway. Can't get away from the mob. All right.
We'll be there next year, Ben. We'll be there
I
next year.
think so. And even the refs can't stop everything. So, all right. All
right, man.
Have a great night, man.
All right, night. All right, later.
Hey, Sergio.
What's up, Ronbo?
Sergio, man, we're just sitting there consoling each other after yesterday's stupid loss. But Sergio, hey, we're giving out grades like we do on Monday Night Raw. Offense, defense, coaching, special teams. I mean, Sergio, what do you think, man?
I think that I'm very proud of my team.
Hey,
they
first and
played
foremost,
really good.
yes.
There was a few mistakes that we could have avoided, but you can't do anything about it. Game's over. Start for a new season, you know what I'm saying? But that one play that Jimmy threw for an interception was not. I don't know what he was thinking. Like, he could have just took that sack. He threw it up in the air like he wanted to get rid of the ball. Like, come on, man. Like,
you're gonna do that.
That
Throw it out of bounds, please. Yes.
Yeah, he tried, but he was in the center of all kinds of players, and he didn't even throw it towards the offside. He threw it up in the air.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask you, Sergio, do you think he was trying to throw that out of bounds? It looked like he was trying to actually. It looks like he was trying to connect with. I saw a white jersey down there, but if you can't get any power behind the throw, don't do that.
If you could see his reaction, just like his face, he was trying to throw it out of bounds.
He knows he blows it. Blew it.
Like, yeah, but I don't know. That was the worst freaking throw I've ever seen.
But you know the good thing about that, he came back later though, like he always does after he throws an INT. He looked a lot sharper immediately after. So anyway,
yeah, so I wasn't worried about it, but that did hurt us a little bit. Our defense was playing really good. And then I'm not gonna blame anybody. I'm not gonna point fingers, but I just want to, give a reminder to Kyle that we had 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We gave them 2 opportunities to score 2 touchdowns. Like, we could have just ran up the clock as much as we could and had them use up their timeout. Like, I don't know.
A couple of
I think the clock could have hurt them.
Yeah. And even in the last couple of minutes, get a couple of first down drives, and maybe get closer. That shot, I thought that shot to Emmanuel Sanders, it could have waited another minute. Get downfield a little further, Kyle. But yeah. If Sanders makes a catch, we're not even talking about this, though.
I don't know. But I just wanna start by saying congratulations to the to the Chiefs and especially the coach. I forgot his name.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid. There you go. Yeah, I just want to congratulate him. I'm more happy about him winning his first,
After 20 years. That's true.
About 20 years.
But he could have waited till next year or the year after. Well, I wanted this one.
Yeah, me too. But I can't look at it, that way. Like nobody's perfect, and we're not gonna win all the time. This is the one that we really wanted to win, but
that's
it
true.
happened.
Sergio will be back next year. I got to tell you, when all those defensive monsters come back, the ones that got hurt, and if we could just hold on to like guys like Ronnie Blair till the end of the season, I think we can be right back here. We'll be in the playoffs. I'm almost guaranteeing that right now.
Oh yeah.
How
for
we
sure.
do in the
We're definitely
playoffs,
gonna be
I
in the
don't know.
playoffs, for sure.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be
All
in the playoffs. I just want to say to Debo, wipe off those tears, bro, because you made a name for yourself.
Yes,
and you
indeed.
deserved
Got a lot of guys
paycheck.
did.
Our
rookies.
You're the one. You were the MVP in our team. That's
There
for
you
sure.
go. All right, man. We got to go. I'm going to see you. If I don't get back here tomorrow, I guarantee I'll be back the day after, okay?
All right. And
right,
everybody
Sergio.
else, just take this as a positive, man, because we're going to be around
for
a while, and we're definitely going to make the playoffs. So, we'll have another chance.
All right, Sergio. Have a good night, fam.
All right, guys.
Okay. Is that Sean? Sean!
Yes, sir. Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Hey, Sean, man. We're spoiled. We was going to be grateful to be to the playoffs, and then they jumped up and won the playoffs, found their ass in the Super Bowl. Then all of a sudden we said, "Damn, we got this." Sean, I don't know. I'm starting to feel like a lot of us are, me included, a little ungrateful for the season. I'm looking back. I'm feeling not shame, but I'm not mad. But I don't know. What are you thinking?
Other than the Super Bowl, how many games did we lose this year, Ronbo?
Legitimately, one.
No,
the
just
other
how many
two,
games did we lose? What
we
was
lost
our
3.
record? What was our record?
13-3.
We lost 3. Right. Out of those 3 losses, there's only one game where we lost where our time of possession was more than the other team. In this Super Bowl, the Chiefs, as far as time of possession goes, they had the ball more than we did. It came down to the time of possession. We can sit here and blame the refs. We can sit here and blame Jimmy G. We can sit here and blame Mosley. We can sit here and blame Woods. It comes down when Niners win games, it's because of time of possession.
Yep.
When we lose games, it comes down to time of possession.
Key point.
So it comes down to the simple fact that we should have just kept running the ball, Ronbo, moving the sticks, picking up those firsts, and good things will happen. We lost time of possession. As mad as I am with the refs, I go back to the time of possession. As mad as I am with Quan Alexander, it goes back to the time of possession. As mad as I am with Mosley, my mind goes back to the time of possession. It just comes down to that. That's, yes, we can say, our defense, our front four, all these different things, and they have a major part of that because they make sure we get the ball back so we can hold the time of possession. In this game, they clearly beat us in time of possession. That's what it came down to. In the last 6 minutes of the game, who had the ball more? The Chiefs. So it's just what it came down to, time of possession, man, and I'm sick about it. I'm sick.
And you cannot do that with a team like the Chiefs. They cannot have the ball more than you, or you're guaranteed to get your butt kicked. Guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The first 3 quarters. Excuse me, Ronbo, I got bronchitis. So
yeah, sounds okay.
The first 3. Yeah, the first 3 quarters, there's a lot of things that I was happy with. There's a lot of things that I was upset with. But, one thing that's we should have just stuck with, man, is keep running the ball, and I think, and a lot of people are going to criticize me for saying this. A lot of people are going to criticize me for saying this, but when the times get tough, Kyle Shanahan, he kind of breaks a little bit, and I love Shanahan. I've always had nothing but high things to say about Kyle Shanahan. But when the time gets tough, I mean, if we sit back and we look at his childhood, but has he really went through some tough things in his life? Those things like that really, they mold you who you are when times get tough, especially in those types of situations. And he's never really had, anything that he's really had to battle through as far as like hardships in his life. And when times get tough, it shows that in his face. He starts to get a little panic. The same thing with Jimmy Garoppolo. You can kind of see it in his eyes, where when you look at guys like Deebo Samuel, you look at other guys who fucking really get after it. Them guys been through some shit in their life. You know what I mean? Kyle Shanahan, he's kind of had a little bit of a favorite life. So when things happen, he has a hard time making decisions. You know what I mean? That's just the way that it is. And the things that hurt me, man, is that really bothered me the most. Okay, and in a way, I'm going to kind of contradict myself because he ran down the clock before the half. But that's the time that you strike, so you can go into the half and come back out and strike again. You know what I mean? And he didn't do that. He played scared. So for some reason, the team played built off of when he was rolling confident. The Niners are rolling confident. But when he looks a little shook, the team plays shook, man. So
That's
I know
true.
a lot of people want to say
They always reflect what you can read on Shad's face. That's true, Sean.
Yeah.
Sean, we got to pull up, fam. Because we don't get enough Sean. We get Sean like here and there. Like, Sean's a busy guy. Sean, take care of that bronchitis, man. That sounds really deep. I mean.
Yeah, man. It almost, they could have turned it pneumonia. But I got it straight, man. We good, man. But hey, man, Kyle Shanahan, man. Hey, man, keep your head up, man, because a lot of people say that Quam's the energy, Kittle's the energy. No, man, you're the guy who actually fucking leads this team when it comes to the energy, man. So if you gotta fucking fake it till you make it, then fake it till you make it, because the team acts how you fucking respond.
That's a good point. Good point. All right. Sean, the jeweler. Sean, talk to you later, fam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's actually great points being made here tonight. And time possession was definitely not abundant on the 49er side of that clock. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Bethel. Well, Bethel, time to reflect upon after we've gotten through the painful part of the minutes after the game, which is the worst thing in the world. I don't ever want to go through post games like that. If I can help it, I hate that. But to Bethel, it's another day.
Everybody.
It's another day, Bethel. So what you got to say?
I was actually the one that told you about the referee, and because my friend actually told me we were gonna lose not because of us being a bad team. We were gonna lose because of the referee, and I said, nah, it's not gonna happen. And when I was watching the game and that happened when they didn't throw the flag, I told my friend that when we were watching the game, oh, we're gonna lose, and he's all like, you guys are winning. How are you gonna lose? Because the referees are not gonna call anything against the other team, and they're gonna call everything on us. So it's just that feeling I just got. And the only thing that you could blame a lot of stuff on Kyle, but the thing is that the thing that got me, that we're gonna do really good, is that he put 4 running backs. So that tells me that he was gonna run and do all this stuff to, win this game, and he didn't use them towards the fourth quarter. I don't know what happened that he stopped doing what got us there.
I tell you. And Bethel, you know what's really scary about having 4 running backs? Kyle threw one, maybe, did he throw a pass to anybody else besides Jeffrey Wilson Jr.? Kyle's offense, it's predicated off of every guy on the offensive side of the field can catch passes. The wide receivers, the fullback, the running backs. I mean, even if the quarterback wants to run and throw the ball to himself, he doesn't do that enough. I don't understand why he won't take advantage of linebackers that are slow. Jeffrey Wilson, did you see that pass? Perfect. And he does it every now and then. Kyle, do that more often and give it to Mostert. TC, that's what he made his reputation on. I don't know.
I had a to me it looked like I had a feeling that his ego kind of went into the place where he goes, you know what, we have a good lead and everything. I'm gonna pass it to to show that I know I could pass it too. Instead of trying to lean to your running game and seal this deal, he just started passing it, and he panicked. I think he panicked.
And they weren't all high percentage. Nobody throws high percentage passes, I noticed. They weren't all high. Because, here's the thing, Bethel. Kyle Shanahan's passing game is just an extension of the run game. But, I don't know, he just doesn't do it enough for me. Hit these Matty B and these guys, let him hit them, Kyle. And the thing is, Jimmy likes those short crossing routes. Do it. Oh, it's too late. Anyway, it's only one. We won all season long. We'll do it again next year.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be a regular season team like the Seahawks.
The one thing that really pissed me off was that, imagine, you go to the game and you spent, $8,000, $10,000, $15,000 on going to go watch the game. If you lose, if we lose, without the referees interfering, I'm fine with that. But if we lose because of the referees, I spend my hard-earned money to go watch the football team play, and to have that, taken away from us because of referees and some other stuff, it's kind of sad to see that.
It really is. The refs have been involved in games for years. They always seem, but I'm trying to remember the last time we got to go. And Seahawks fans said, you guys got to call up in Seattle, man. Now it's pass interference. Shut up, Seahawks fans. Your boy was holding on to my boy, and he should have pushed off like George Kittle did yesterday. Bethel?
Yeah.
We're getting all upset. I'm trying to have a nice, calm day, relax.
No,
and get over this,
it's just...
we got to go,
hey, when you release everything, it's always good because
it feels better, right?
Basically, it feels better.
But we got to go, though.
Thanks for the good job and keep up the good work. And I'm still wearing my Niner gear. I go 49ers, and we'll still be there for the next year. And, like one guy said I think it was Jeff Garcia.
Okay,
he said, if our guys really want to be in this team and really want to come to another Super Bowl, you will take those, decent contracts and don't put your ego to try to get a lot of money to stay in this team and to go for another championship.
There you go.
Because
all right, we got to roll, baby. We got to go. I'm going to see. I'll be back tomorrow the next day, okay?
All right. Hit that light. Let's go, Niners.
Thanks, Bethel. No, Seahawks fan, I'm not mad. You guys are a regular season team,
Ronbo,
and I'm not impressed.
Ronbo. I'm happy. I am happy. I'm not going to tell you
now, Bill. All
I'm going to tell you
relax.
this. I am so happy and relaxed because we're going to get 6. And when we go get 6, we're going to meet the Chiefs again.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Revenge will come.
I'd love to do it
Revenge will come. Oh, save those clips, by the way, so when they try to make excuses, we play that back to them. You did it to us. You did it to us. Because he's right. The guy was right earlier. It's about the money. They can't make money if people bid for us. They want nobody to have faith in the Niners, except the fam, except us. So when we win that 6, Vegas is going to make billions of dollars. Oh, Jimmy G can't do it. Kyle Shanahan can't do it. And out of a surprise, we do it.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I'm ecstatic. I ain't worried about this. Congratulations to you, Santa Claus. Enjoy your gift because we're going to get ours. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Santa was on your favorite. Hey, Big Red, that fits. Andy Reid does look like Santa Claus. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. You're saying it. I've heard it all over the place. Congratulations, Big Red. Oh, God. Wait a minute. I haven't listened. I've turned everything off. How about them Chiefs? Oh,
yeah.
yuck. God.
My buddy pointed it out, and then I got on the channel that said 49ers suck, just to hear what they had to say. A bunch of people saying, well, I lost money betting against the Niners, and the girl popped off a comment. That's why you don't bet against the 49ers, bet for the 49ers. You bet against them. Yeah, stupid. Take it. Go ahead. Bet against us. Because the next time we're in the Super Bowl, this is my fact, and this is a guarantee. If I don't, I can eat the crow. But the next time we're in the Super Bowl, Ronbo,
They'll probably give it to us.
The Super Bowl.
Refs will stay out of our way then. Or just do
we're
their
going to
job.
get the next time we're in the Super Bowl, save your money so you can buy the gear because we're winning it. And I guarantee you, it's stupid people like them that's going to bet against us and going to lose money. It's okay. It's cool. It's okay. I'll accept this. Okay, congratulations. But you know what? I guarantee you, we're going to win the next one. It's 100% guaranteed.
Pretty much.
I would even put money down.
Well, if for no other reason, Bill, the team will have grown up a little bit. They were dealing with a bunch of kids out there, like Mosley. That play, he doesn't make that mistake next time. There's no way that happens twice. See, that's fine. We learned some things this year. They'll be back better than ever next season as long as everybody stays.
That's why he tried to run the score up in the end instead of taking the knee. Bill's for good rivalry, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.
So we're going to see what happens next. And, Bill, I've already said it. I don't know about you, but I got the 49ers winning the first 10 games. I just hope the Cowboys and the Seahawks are involved in those first 2 games. Cowboys and Hawks. Who else? Let's see. Oh, that's about it. Beat the Cowboys and Hawks, it'll just make my goddamn year. You know what I'm saying? I'm so tired of them talking trash. Can't wait to see them next season. Because all our defense is going to be back then. The full rotation. That frontline defense is going to be a doomsday defense. You got Nick Bosa in the second year. You got the rest of those guys already. Only thing I'm worried about is Eric Armstead. And if he's in there,
some
look
players
out.
coming to our team that's going to light it up. We got some players coming to our team that's going to light it up. And you know what, Ronbo? Be happy. Don't even worry about this Super Bowl loss. It's bang bang Niner game. We're gonna do it next time. I mean, I guarantee you, the next time we'll win the 6. We're gonna get 6, 7, and 8. We're gonna go 3 straight.
Whoa, look out for that. Okay, Bill, I like that prediction even better than my 10 games straight next year. All right, Bill.
So, and you know what, the Seattle fans, go ahead, say what you want, because at the end of the day, you're gonna cry. Enjoy this one. Because you ain't going back to the bowl anytime soon.
No, they're a regular season club. They'll always be a regular season club for the next. Well, Russell Wilson's got about 3 more seasons to go, I suspect. So they'll be a regular season club until 2022, and then of course Russell Wilson will talk about moving to another team where they don't want to renew his contract, and then the Seahawks will begin to rebuild and go back to being a mediocre team. Which is, I'm looking forward to that. 3 years from now, we'll be at the top of our game. Bill, say hi to the Shania for me. Shania, how you doing? We got to go, Bill. We'll see you tomorrow, huh?
She wants to say something.
All right, go ahead, Shania.
I'm going to shout out.
You can, of course you can, Shania. You ready? That was Shania, Bill. Good night, guys.
One more thing, Ronbo. I'm ecstatic. I'm excited. Save this tape because I said it first.
5, 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, and 8, yes.
Now, the next time we go to the Super Bowl, we're going to win it. I said it first.
You did, Bill. Night, Bill. You guys have a great night.
Bye.
And we go to KC and the Sunshine Band.
Nope.
KC.
Nope, not tonight. Not tonight.
What? What's not tonight,
Not
Jason?
tonight.
No Sunshine Band?
No
What
sunshine. No sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine,
he
Ronbo.
went from KC to Bill Withers on me.
Good Lord, Ronbo. Hey, man, that was a preseason game last night, right?
of the Thursday
I know, right?
preseason.
Can we pinch ourselves and make sure we're not sleeping? Ow!
Oh God,
no,
Ronbo,
we are
that
awake.
when Jimmy had the ball batted, I'm like, this is preseason.
I know, right? That's what he did in preseason,
Give
I
me a
think.
break, man.
Same team, I think, too.
Yeah.
You
know, Ronbo, I really learned last night the standard that you have as a 49er fan, man, because those teams were just monsters. That's why the NFL Network shows those old videos all the time. It was just a different era back then.
You mean the winning Super Bowl 49ers? Oh, yeah, man. It was brutal.
I mean, they were a machine. They had no
weakness.
No thoughts about anything else, just getting to work. And the Niners, how do we explain this, Ronbo? The Niners were the best team all season. So just to keep it simple, they beat themselves.
Yeah, that's what happened.
What would Jerry say? Jerry would say they got to protect the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Will, like about halfway through the season, said, I don't know if he was talking about Jimmy or another quarterback that we played, but you kind of start to feel pressure that's not there if you don't have good pass blocking. And Jimmy, that one play with Kittle, Mostert Mostert really, that's why he started. That's probably really why Shanahan started Tevin, and he should have kept with him the whole game if that was the case.
Mostert used to be able to block, though. I don't know what happened on that play. That's a good point.
On that one
you could
play,
be right.
And Emmanuel was wide open. He could, if Jimmy stepped up, and he could have hit Emmanuel, and that penalty never happens. But and then in hindsight, he should have sat Sherman too, because Sherman just.
Well, who are you going to put in? You going to put in Akello?
Put the youngest player in to keep up with the Chiefs' fast wide receivers, man. I mean, but come on, man. He looked like he was back in college, man.
I know.
It literally looked like he was
lead weights.
So, but it's going to be an interesting offseason. I'm now all of a sudden I'm looking forward to Jerick McKinnon coming back, because I have to imagine he's going to be a better pass blocker than most. I mean, now I'm thinking like if Frank was in the game, it would have.
I know, because Frank took pride in blocking. This is another thing with coaching. I mean, Bobby Turner and some of those guys. Those guys are old school. They know they got to make sure those guys got that down. Here's a problem, though, Casey. Some of the guys are too small. This might be my Matty B also maybe not on the field as much as we'd like to see him on there. He's not got the girth and size to block either. So is that Jeff Wilson?
I don't know about that. I think Matty B's. Is he like under 6 feet tall? I mean, he's a pretty big guy. But,
Matty B's he's thick. He's like nearly 200 pounds. He's strong.
And Ronbo, I blame this loss on you, Ronbo. You should have had the starter jacket on, man. What was you thinking, Ronbo?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. When I'm serious, put on the starter jacket.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, and it's going to be a rematch next year, so you got another opportunity next
it's
year.
going to be Monday Night Football primetime. Kansas City Chiefs square off against the 49ers. It's really funny. I hope they do it early, too. You know why, KC? Because we will have our full front four rotating on that boy. And also you figure Weston Richburg will be back at center. And I think Weston Richburg was Jimmy G's safety blanket. I'm telling you right now.
That was a catastrophic injury. It really was. That was a big, big injury. He was great in run blocking. I mean, Jimmy just
I tell you,
the whole team looked young. That one shot of Jimmy at the very end, he looked like he was angry with himself.
I tell you,
and that's probably a good thing.
I just want to see what's his name get knocked on his butt. I want to see Frank and that dude Chris. What's his last name? I just want to see Frank get knocked on his ass. I figure next year, Kate. You know what? I'm not sure it's going to be on left tackle though. It might be somebody else. We'll have to wait and see on that.
You know what I want to see is I want to see Jalen Hurd, man.
Oh, everyone wants to see Jalen Hurd. Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Dude, talk about the yak squad. Debo Samuel,
Yeah,
Jalen
man.
occurred.
Oh.
And the Yak leading
He's the
man,
missing piece.
George Kittle.
He's the closest thing since Terrell Owens, man. He's the missing piece. He really is.
6'4", strong, bad
yeah,
attitude.
man.
I'm telling you, I love it.
Yeah.
We'll see, though.
And
Casey?
his back must be really injured, man, because I
No,
know
it was serious.
he tore something in his
vertebrae.
he tore
It was a
something and finished a game
vertebrae.
in college, So
Vertebrae injury. It was serious. We
Oh,
got to go,
man.
though, fam. Casey, let me see you tomorrow or the next day, okay?
All right, wear the starter jacket, Ronbo. Just
I know, right?
Get it warmed
Well, I
up.
wait till the next season now. I mean, it's too late.
Oh,
But I still got to wear it anyway.
All
I
right,
like that
hey,
jacket.
from the bottom of my heart, Ronbo, thank you for being here, Ronbo.
It's a pleasure,
And,
pure pleasure.
Niner Empire, be safe, Niner Empire.
All right.
Keep your heads up.
All right, Casey, we really got to go. I'll see you later. Night. And we say, Ellis. Boy, look at them people from other teams, boy. See, I don't know. But here's a fun. Tiger Kill, one of the main issues. You guys kill me, boy. Your team sucks. And here you are in a Super Bowl team talking trash. You guys look like idiots. Even Texas boy takes some time off. Good thing, too. Cowboys, 8-8, didn't beat a team over 500. Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, a regular season team for what, the last 4 years? Hey, Ellis! Even the Rams aren't in here in droves. I love it. Oh, Ellis.
Hey. What's up, champ?
Ellis, man, I'm just sitting back here, and as you know, we're getting over, unlike other teams that don't have the pleasure of participating in the Super Bowl, thinking about a couple of mistakes we made. We came close. We led that team for 3 quarters. Right? You know what I'm saying? But Ellis, give it out, Graves. Graves, what are you thinking? As far as offense, defense, did you see anything that you think could have been done better? Boy, Ellis will be here for 2 hours trying to explain that. There's so many things that could have been done better. But go ahead.
Oh, man. Well, like I said, first of all, Russell Wilson picked us to lose against the Mahomes, against Mahomes and them. He was putting it all on passes, just like the rest of America was, you know. But go to hell, Russell.
Thank
you. Right. It's pretty much comes down to the fact that the referees, we already talked about it, don't leave it up to it being a whistle or a call that a referee can make that will change the momentum. We're not running up the score on them. We're not trying to shove it down their throats. We're not trying to give them the kill shot. And, that's the problem. We didn't capitalize on those turnovers. You know what I mean? Jimmy G threw some pretty good passes. He underthrew Kittle one time and he caught the ball. That was a short pass. I think he throws off his back foot and kind of in the heat of the moment. Jimmy, he just needs to mature a bit more in the pocket. And with his decision making and going through his pre-snap progressions, he's already got to know if it's third down and whatever it is, on that play, that got batted down where George Kittle was wide open to the end zone that he didn't even look at. He's already supposed to know that's a check down. Like, okay, I got George right here on the road. You're one of your favorite receivers as it is, and you can trust him. You have to put the ball in somebody's hands. You gotta think about that shit before you get up to the line, though. If you get up to the line and he's in the heat of the moment and his anxiety's up and he's not thinking, okay, I got George here to the right, if nothing less, let me look to the left and look off everybody, and then I know George will be there wide open, or let me just look and see where he's at. And sure enough, I mean, you would have just he could have looked out of his peripheral just to see George Kittle was wide open. He could have just dumped it to him, and the defense would have never known. That was just one of it's painful because those plays like that, and then like I told you, we talked about the X factor the other night, and I said the X factor is going to be our secondary. I already knew that something big getting beat up deep, getting beat deep by one of those receivers was going to be a problem. That's why I said they were the X factor. If they could hold out there in the defense, those passes don't ever, become or come into fruition, and the Chiefs never get an opportunity to score 21 points in the fourth damn quarter.
Mm-hmm. And because
what I mean?
Ellis, they were doing such a job You got the team that averages 40 points a game, and we got them clowns at 10 points. But you know, Ellis, we're the second highest scoring team in the NFL. Kyle, you're dealing with the 25th ranked run defense. Manipulated. I understand they loaded the box, but that means there's all kind of guys that are open out there. Can now, okay, you know what? Kyle learned. I know he learned some things today.
And we still got some big. Yeah, no, I'm with you, and I'm saying we still got some big runs offensively. So
even with them doing that,
strange to me. Exactly. Even with them getting a few stops here and there, it's like, okay, let's go right back to it. Let's throw a pass, let's do whatever, or let's go right back to it and keep it pushing. They can't stop every play, and they weren't. So he should have kept it going. I don't know what was wrong with Kyle on that one. He definitely has to take the majority of the blame. Jimmy G could have thrown that ball a little bit better. I bet you there was something open underneath to where he didn't have to go that deep. But like I said, in the heat of the moment, he's taking these gutsy, what the hell with it, and just throws it in the air and prays somebody's going to. Sometimes you got to think about what's more of a responsible, choice to make right here. You want 80% and higher potential, passes and plays to be committed, not 20%.
Plays, yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, look at that, 7 minutes and 17 seconds. He was 2 for 9 for 24 yards, 0 touchdowns and an interception, for a 0.0 passer rating.
Oh, it's just.
and Patrick Mahomes was 7 for 10, 105 yards with 2 touchdowns and an interception for 103.8 passer rating.
Oh, fam.
Come on,
good
man.
Stuff.
We got to do better.
And you know what we got to do, Ellis? We got to stop looking at the numbers. If you look at the numbers involved, all stats and everything that affect this game, it's going to make you crazy. I stopped last night. Some of the percentages, I said, you know what? The 49ers could have took advantage here. They could have advantage here. They took advantage here. What were we doing? We were going against some of their better strengths and things. That's okay. You know what? Everybody learned something, including Kyle, I'm sure. And also, don't trust them damn refs. God, Jesus, they were just
the
wrong.
refs were full of shit. You could see it right there on the camera. You're showing them jump off sides. The commentators would say, "Oh, looks like they're off sides there," and then they just kept it moving. And while Kyle was getting mad, I don't understand why he didn't throw a flag. He couldn't review that play, or what was going on with the Super Bowl. Was that play not reviewable or something?
Ellis, I got to tell you, man, I would have got banned, the security. I would have stripped, I would have got butt naked and walked out in the middle of the field. Hey, why don't you call a flag? Throw a flag on me. Is this enough of a foul or what? I know I would have. God, I don't know how Kyle maintained this. He did get mad at him a couple of times, but I just don't understand what the refs are doing. Yes, I do.
Why the hell he didn't challenge it? Yeah, we did. We know what happened, and we all talked about this. With this Mahomes boy stuff, and everybody's been on him. But I clearly heard at least about 5 or 6 commentators, including Shannon Sharp, and they're talking about did the Chiefs actually win, or did the Niners give the Chiefs the damn Super Bowl?
Exactly.
So at least they're keeping it real and not saying that the Chiefs were the better team.
Dominated.
They took the opportunity we gave them. No, they didn't do shit. That's what I'm saying. Even with us not having the best performance, I feel bad because this great team that we had this year and all this depth that we have. They're already talking. Matt Mayoko's already talking about how many players are going to probably be there next year, and it's a little saddening because that's the same shit that happened with the years that we had with the Harbaugh era, and then the team just started to slowly dwindle away. We don't make it to the Super Bowl.
Ellis,
you know what I mean?
Here's this team is different because that team was at each other's throat like crazy. This team actually likes each other. I feel good about our chances of recovering from this. I really do. For that reason alone, there's no hatred. George Kittle may be saying things like, "Hey Jimmy, you know what? You know how I think about you, man. You know I love you, bro. Give me the ball when you're in trouble. I'm there for you, man. I know they talk to each other nice. There's not going to be any hatred. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm worried. I was thinking about that. No, I thought about that. That I'm just saying this last part that what you just said. I was wondering yesterday if George ever tells Jimmy, "Yo, I'm wide open. Look at me." Like my tight ends used to tell me that. Yeah, I used to get called. My receivers would come up to me on certain plays when I played, quarterback, and let me know. And so during my pre-snap and, everything, I'm looking off the safety, and I'm going back to my guy that's on the opposite side who says that they're sleeping on him. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that where communication becomes imperative,
There you go.
because this is the Super Bowl, man.
All right.
But, all right, well, hopefully, Ronbo will be back tomorrow. We'll see what's going on moving forward.
All right.
Not the other day.
News.
And shout out to you.
Things we like.
Shout out to you, champ. Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you, Ronbo, for everything, man. I had a great season. I'll forever be here as long as you're here. Since the Seattle game. So let's go all the way, man. Niner for life.
Thanks, Phil. You have a good night too. Look for you later.
Champ. You too. You too, champion. Peace.
Thanks. Oh yeah, honestly, I don't know what we do without some of these people from other teams, and it's all envy. They just want to get around people that are superior. You know how you like to go to a party where there's a bunch of A-listers? Well, you look at the Hawks. You got a Patriot fan in there. You got Rams people in there and stuff like that. These guys, amongst their own, they know they're mediocre and lower. Well, they're lower society in the NFL. You know what I mean? They don't have trophies and things like that. They got a lot of guys that can talk a lot of stuff. But that's it. So enjoy these people while they're in here, fam. It just gives credence to the fact that they know who their superiors are, and that's why they're trying to get at us. Make jokes out of them. Laugh at them. Clown them. Don't take them too serious. Don't get mad. Talk a Kale in there. Talk about how Joe Montana. Now, normally, that should be a hanging offense. But don't get that mad. Just ask him if he knows Joe anything about him. Questions like that. If he can't answer within 30 seconds, that means he's on Google. That means he's lying. Bunch of clowns. Guys, individually, as Dre says, you guys can block them so you don't see them. You know how when you turn the lights out in a place that's got roaches, just turn the lights out on them, you can't see them. When you turn the lights on, they'll scatter. It's clowns. Hey, fam. Hey, appreciate you today. You know this. And I'm going to try to get back tomorrow, if I can. Otherwise, I'll be back Thursday. Because I know this is when the news starts coming out. We already know we lost Joe Woods. He's on his way to Cleveland. And we're going to hear more about the contract situation. And the names can start popping up about blah, blah, blah has an interest in the 49ers. What? Oh! Well, we got to make room for this dude. But see, we got to remember, fam, we can't start making news because OBJ's name is going to pop up. It's going to pop up. We don't have no money. It's like your folks, right? Back if you're a kid from an average home. We don't have no money to be putting down on no OBJ. In fact, I am still curious as to what Jalen Hurd looks like. Because like I said, what the 49ers need as far as a wide receiver goes, they need a large predator, a guy that abuses cornerbacks and talks. Remember during preseason this past year? I forget which one of our cornerbacks got mad, but somebody got mad because he said Jalen Hurd was too rough blocking downfield. I loved it right away. Oh, anybody remember that situation? Who was that? Somebody was upset. They got into a fight in the middle of practice because Hurd was whooping his ass. That's my dude already. I can already tell. So, that's why we got. I want to see this kid in action bad. You got Trent Taylor coming back to give that short game. Fam, the 49ers' biggest threat next year, he could be Debo Samuel. Debo's that boy's good. He's going to get better. And we're going to argue like crazy in the offseason. I'm not getting rid of Kendrick. I'll let you know before we get to that part. Whatever. Ronbo, man, come on, man. You got to get rid of Kendrick, man. Look who we could get instead. Let me make myself perfectly clear. Kendrick is my dude. If he stays with the team till he retires, I'm good. So get ready for that. Hey, Rick, Riggs Murtaugh, Dante Johnson? Riggs, wait a minute. How did Dante Johnson get involved in this? Oh, thanks, Riggs. It was Dante Johnson, wasn't it? Before he... And Dante Johnson is 6'2" himself. He ain't small. Jalen was whooping his butt. Thanks, Riggs. Dante, I'm going to start right. I got to start communicating with him. That's my dude, boy. Bam. Hey, what did that like? I'm going to try to get back tomorrow. If not, definitely the next day. Do it, family. Feels good.